Yo, what's up, y'all? Welcome to another week of Taking High Ground Live. Obviously, we're in the midst of a new year coming up, and there's a whole lot of Fortnite things going on. Not so much in the car market, but we get used to that over a while. But overall, it's going to be interesting to see what people think about what's going to happen in 2024 when it comes to the car market, the car hobby, and even Fortnite in general. So let's get into it. My name is Rob. What's up, bro? How you doing?
What's up? It's Dylan. I missed you guys. I hope y'all had a
Yes,
great
sir. Yes, sir.
holiday. Dill, get hype. Rippin, JT, Richard Ingebra, JL, Westrom. Thank you guys for being here early, man.
Yes,
Yo,
sir.
so we have to start this off. Everyone sent Rob in the Facebook group they did. They
Yeah.
sent him. I should have posted this in the. Did we post this in the Discord? Next time, Rob
What?
will post the same thing in the Discord chat. What you asked in the Facebook group.
Oh yeah, yeah.
So next time he'll do that too. So look there to like get
Mm-hmm.
content for the show. This is my first Christmas gift that I got this year. This is
Let's
from my
go.
brother-in-law. Dude, it changes colors and everything. It's dope. I like it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to get it on that. I'm gonna see if it fits the. What do you have? You know the thing that
Oh,
does the card.
the airtime. Yeah, it might. It actually might
Dude,
fit that.
it might fit it. I will
Yeah.
see. Um, Besides that, I know we want to talk about goals and stuff like that and achievements this year.
Mm-hmm.
We're not going to be doing people's pickups today, so
Right.
we're going to show pictures of people's biggest purchases, right,
Mm-hmm.
and
Purchases
completion
and
goals.
yeah,
But since we're the host of the show and I already had this ready, I'm going to show you guys what I picked up recently.
yeah.
These are my Christmas gifts to myself.
Oh, the Black Widow.
I
I
got the
like
Black
that.
Widow. I think it's one per store or something like that, and it's
Mm-hmm.
9.8. So CGC. Yes, please, like JT said, get more active on the Discord so we can actually
Yeah.
have some real conversations throughout the week, and then we can talk about it on the show.
Yeah.
And I also picked up these. I don't know if y'all can see which ones I got there,
Mm-hmm.
but they're the DKV cards. Um, I did pick up a couple other stuff; it just hasn't come, so that's what I
Yeah.
got. So I'm excited. I was able to pick up some stuff, submitted
Yeah.
some stuff to be graded and stuff like that. So uh,
We'll definitely get to that. We might. I mean, we
we
might
can
get.
wait. We can wait. We can wait
We
on
don't have
that
to.
until.
We don't have to wait too long on that one because that's a good conversation in general. It kind of goes
Mhm.
into what we're talking about anyway tonight, so it kind of plays pretty well.
Where to go to get the Discord? The best place is go to fortnitecards.com. Let me share this screen with you real quick. Share screen. So if you go to our website, fortnitecards.com, and go to Collectors Hub, you can see there's a join the Discord link. You click that, and you'll be invited to the Discord. Um, if you are a premium member, you can tell me your Discord username or just message me in Discord so I can put you into the premium chat. In case you want to talk about like stuff in the like exclusive content area and stuff like that. Um, but most of the stuff is open to the public for the Discord. So just go to fortnitecards.com/collectors hub, right? And you can do it there.
Yeah.
Pretty simple.
Yeah, also, I just happened to have so I had 3 S2 boxes to open. Obviously, I'm keeping one sealed. And I think I told Kari I had no expectations at all. I mean, $74 for them. I was like, whatever happens, happens. If
So wait, you
maybe I can.
saved these from that sale?
Huh? Yeah,
You
yeah,
bought these during the sale and you waited till Christmas?
yeah, yeah. I
What?
waited. I waited till after Christmas actually, but yeah.
Dang, I should have hit up everybody, said buy me this for Christmas when those were on sale.
Yo, listen, that was so obviously I opened a couple. The first box was Aura, that
Man, I'm so
or
jealous.
or with Zenith, and I pulled Zenith twice, which was crazy. I pulled him twice. I pulled him with the first pack, and then I pulled him with Aura as well. So I actually thought that Zenith was gonna be Yonder or something like that. If it was Yonder, I would have been like this. This would have been crazy because I still want a Yonder in my collection. I don't want to go too hard for it, but I definitely want one. And then the box right after that, I ripped it open, then I gave it to my wife, and I was like, just describe the card to me. So she was like red. She kind of knew that I liked this card. She was like, it has a mask on it. I immediately knew it was Manic, but then she was like, the back card is blue, and you really can't tell his face, like, and he has blue eyes. So I'm thinking it's Ice King, and it was Dead Eye. So at first I thought I pulled a haymaker and got Manic, and that I got Manic and actually Ice King in the same one, but it ended up being Dead Eye, which is a good pull as well. But I mean, Aura and Manic, man, you can't beat that. So kind of ended off the year on a high.
When you put it on this, I was so jealous.
Yo, so I actually wasn't gonna say nothing until we got on here. I was just gonna show him, but I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna do that to Dylan live. We'll just show it before then.
Facts, yo. I was like, wait. I thought he went. See, what I thought happened when I saw the Instagram post is like, oh, Rob must have bought some for Christmas, like
Yeah,
during
yeah, yeah.
Christmas, and like opened them. No, this man
No,
held on to those for a
I
month,
told you. I told you, bro. Like I was
dude.
chilling. I opened. So
Mine
when
were
I phone,
open like within minutes of getting
but
here. My wife, don't you want to
no,
open that on the show? I was like, nope.
bro, nah. So I opened one box soon as I got it. Then I kept three to rip later on, and then I have obviously the one that I'm keeping sealed. But I'll be honest, like I wasn't anxious to open them, which is weird to me. I mean, obviously you see in my Instagram name is R3 Rips, but I just wasn't, not even in a bad way. I just was appreciating the sealed product, but got to ripping, and man, it worked out pretty well.
Not me. I'm ripping all day. I'm
Yo,
itching
listen,
to rip. I cannot wait to rip
yeah.
something. So I was looking for stuff to buy. I got an eBay gift card. Um, there's like nothing on eBay right now. I don't know if anybody's paying attention. There was
Mhm.
like nothing after I bought a couple things. Then I was like, there's nothing. And
Yeah,
then I was like, what do I do? I started looking at like, I'm not kidding. This is how desperate I was because the Series 2 mega boxes are up to like 180, 160 again.
yeah.
And I didn't want to spend that after spending 70.
Hmm.
Um, so then I was like, what about Series 1 Italy boxes? So I was like
Interesting.
watching like 10 listings. I didn't pull the trigger, but I was
Yeah,
close. I was like,
yeah,
I almost went to the Italy side again. I don't know what the move is, but then I said, let me wait. Let me spend this money on grading. So that's what I
yeah.
ended up doing.
I actually been thinking about the Italy side on the pump shotgun because I don't see that in the near future for me at all when it comes to S1 showers. You never know what happens, but I
Well, there's
think.
one on eBay now. One posted up, so you
Oh
can
yeah,
go
yeah.
grab that one.
No,
Just
I,
grab
I
that
think
one
I'll.
when you get off the
Don't worry.
stream.
That's nothing. I'll just pull the trigger quick on that one. But rightfully so. The price that's there, I'm not offended by. It's a lot of prices on eBay that you see and you be like, okay, they're just trying to gain attention for the posting, which is a good thing as well. That price, I'm not saying it's worth that. I'm just saying me personally, I wasn't offended by the or best offer on that price.
Oh,
That's
for what? Oh, you talking about for the
for the
pump?
pump. Yeah, yeah.
No,
It's a
no.
big
I mean,
yeah,
I wouldn't listen. I mean, you know how I feel. If you guys watch the exclusive content, you know how I
yeah,
feel.
yeah.
So I'm not mad. I'm not mad about any card's price
Mm-hmm.
as long as it makes like if the skin is like popular. Like y'all know I threw some skin some shade before.
Mm-hmm.
But like if it's like something that's actually popular and like has a fan base, the shards are rare.
Yeah,
So like
yeah.
if you have one, charge what you want. If you have a
Mhm,
10, double charge what you want, to be honest, you
mhm.
know? So I'm
Yeah,
not offended by the price. It's just expensive.
yeah, and I mean, justifiably, I mean, not talking about one specific card anymore, but if you have a card that does not pop up and everybody knows it doesn't pop up, you can kind of have a stronger hand on that and be a little bit more assertive, and that's what you see happening for the most part, across the market right now.
Yeah, it was interesting trying to figure out what to buy because I was hoping there would be a whole bunch of Series 2 on the market after all these boxes.
Some more time,
But
some more
yeah,
time.
maybe wait more time. People were holding on to some of their pools, I
Well,
think. Or not ripping.
well,
I don't know.
no, 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 them drinks going right to get graded. That's what's happening. So that's why I said some more time. I think
Yeah, that's
you
probably
look.
true.
Yeah, I'll say me personally, I'll say March or April is when eBay may look a little different. That's not to say everybody's going to be selling their cards because that's not going to be the case. But that's it's going to be interesting to see how that plays out.
Yeah, I was looking for some Series 2. It was just I don't know. I did buy a Series 1 Hollow.
Okay,
I
and what
won't
was
tell you
that?
guys which one. I won't tell you which one until I get it. But
Interesting.
I was looking for something to buy, and that's how like sparse it was.
Hmm.
I went to Series 1 Hollow because I had a gift card. So I was like, I want to use it before I forget about it.
Yeah,
And you know me, I'm normally all shards.
yeah. No, Kari, this is crazy because the first time I seen this happen was with I forgot what the first time the mega matter of fact, Dylan, this is when we were talking about if the mega boxes dropped to this price. I think the mega boxes hit around 850. It might have been like 900 or something like that. And people were buying them, and then eBay was not, I wouldn't consider it flooded, but it was popping for at least a month or two, and then those cleaned out, and then we didn't see too many. shards consistently up there for a while. But I'll say March or April to see the S2 inception.
I was trying to build up the suspense of what Hollow would Dylan buy. But Shard knocked it out of the park here. Yes, I got a Klinger Hollow PSA 10 from Shard Knock. It was a good price. He put it up there for like $99.
Hmm.
So which was like exactly what my gift card was for.
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, all right, let's do it.
No, that's a good one. I mean that getting creative with the loadout. I mean, I anytime I hear the Klinger, obviously the Klinger came back 3 or 4 times since they originally came
Yeah,
out,
I
but I
feel
always connect to it from when it first came out. That's
so
that's
do
how I connect
I.
to
And like
Klinger.
I was thinking about it, I was like when we first saw it, I was like that one's if you look at the weapons, they probably like
Hmm.
pump Klinger I thought was pretty up there.
Yeah,
But now
yeah.
that I think about it, it's like people don't play with it. Even now, when it comes
Mm-mm.
out, people don't play with it.
No, no.
Like it's not as funny anymore. But they used to like have so much fun. They thought it was funny. Now it doesn't do anything. Now the boogie bomb still gets used.
It
When that
still
comes out,
gets you.
it still gets
Yeah,
used. So like
yeah.
a boogie bomb is way over the clinger. If we had that, so
But ironically, as goofy as the boogie bomb is, the strategy that can go along with the boogie bomb is a little different than a clinger. You think about it, how long we've been playing the game. When the clinger first came out, them throwing three clingers at you might catch you off guard. Now it's like you know how to defend that. It's easy to get away around that. Yeah,
it's not everyone builds. And maybe in no builds it's not as easy.
that's true. You get
I
domed
don't
in the
know.
head
I don't
with
know
a
about the no
clinger.
builds. Yeah, Dill, we do have it in Magic the Gathering, the Secret Lair
Yeah,
set.
the boogie
So
bomb. Yeah.
I was looking at that today.
Yo, Kari, it's so many different weapons and items that they could have put in the set. Obviously, it was the first set, so we're not gonna be too hard on them on that. But me and Dylan
But
talk
they
about the
didn't bring
Scar
them
not being
back.
there.
They didn't bring
Yeah,
weapons back into any of the other sets.
which would have been great if they did. Because matter of fact, it would have been something along the lines of I wouldn't have been mad if we would have seen a S2 Scar cracked ice. That would have been amazing.
Yeah.
Even if we'd have got it then, but didn't play out that way.
Well, so the clingers this season are like OP though. They're
Yeah, those
different
drinks is
clingers.
crazy.
I'm
Yeah.
talking about the OG clinger. I hate the clingers this season.
No, them drinks is
Those ones
crazy this
actually
season.
will kill you. You gotta be careful with
Yeah.
those. The most underrated weapon skin. Underrated. The pump is still underrated, but most underrated.
I would have to say the hunting rifle. I
I'd
would
say
go I would go
hunting
hunting rifle.
rifle. Yeah, it goes pretty cheap.
But to what you were about to say though, if you do say the tack though, I would say okay, I can agree with the
I
tack.
was about to say
Of
tack, but I don't know
yeah.
what the tack's selling for. I hate the tack personally.
I
But
got what
there's
you
like
mean.
there's a group of people who like the pump and another group of people who like the tack, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's
That's
undervalued. I don't know what it's going for right now. I know the honey rifle is going for like an Italy shard's like $15.
yeah.
So
And
that's undervalued in my opinion.
and to your point of the AR, if the pump was purple, I mean, if the tack was purple or blue,
Oh
it
yeah,
would have
yeah.
been perfect because that was, super OG. It was purple. You can go up to purple now. Then it's like, then
If
it's
they had
blue.
used the loadout
That would have been
weapon
perfect.
colors for the
Yeah,
backgrounds,
that would have been
they'd be
different.
totally different for all the way across the board.
Yeah,
I don't know about the burst. The burst is trash. That burst
yeah.
is real trash. I hate that burst.
No, I mean, I think that the patty whacker is the fly trap of weapons. Yeah, that's funny. Yeah,
I don't what
crazy.
I hate that burst. I don't like that. I mean, the good burst is the
No, that burst is filthy. I hate that thing.
yeah, the
That
purple or gold is nasty. That one's good.
bro. Oh
But
my
the
god.
burst they have in the cards is bad.
Yeah. Or even okay, even if they would have did the heavy AR, the OG heavy AR in the legendary, that would have been in that yellow, that would have been crazy. It's a couple of them.
So I would have said that. So they beefed up the auto sniper. If it was any other sniper, it
Hmm.
wouldn't be underrated. Like people would
Right.
be chasing that. The auto sniper was not heavily as used because people were using the honey rifle,
Hmm.
and so. But now, I mean, they did beef it up, and I liked it when the OG season was out, so I bought me one. But I don't know what it goes for either.
I mean, if we had time
They
to think
might
of it,
they might all be underrated. All the
yeah,
weapons might be underrated, to be
yeah.
honest.
If we had time to think of it, I would have liked for them to choose the Scar, the heavy sniper, or the bolt action sniper. That
Bolt
would have
action
been
sniper would have been way better than I mean the heavy of
100%.
course, but the bolt action would have
Yeah,
been way better too, to be honest.
yeah. Because
The
I mean,
six
back
shooter,
then. The six shooter is like,
Why did they use the six shooter? Like,
bro,
like that doesn't even come to mind. Like they had to search the archives for that weapon.
like the six shooter, you literally had like if you had to pick it up off spawn, you put it down as soon as you could. Like that was just that's just the way it
Yeah.
was. That but yeah, I
The
mean,
rocket launcher would have been sick.
rocket launcher would have been amazing.
But
Uh,
yeah, no, I
yeah,
agree. Warfighter. This season's all about snipers. I love it personally because I've been sniping the
yeah,
mess out of
I
everybody.
like the snipers a lot.
I hate the
I'm a
shotguns this season.
yeah, yeah, no, and I mean the shotguns is first of all the guns look the same. I mean, obviously we're used to it now, but yeah, I can do without the shotguns this season the way they are. I would have took the lever shotgun over the shotguns that's out there right now.
Yeah,
Like is
I can't figure them out. I don't know if it's because they're not in creative. Like the
yeah,
pump, I'm usually always pump, but it's
yeah,
so slow and I don't know how to use it, right?
yeah,
Like it's
yeah.
extremely slow. So I'll pump,
Hmm.
build a wall, then edit and try to pump and I can't.
You can't do it. Yep.
So like I'm going for the auto more than not. Heavy sniper, the new sniper with the quick scope.
Ooh.
The heavy sniper is so OP, but in
Yeah.
game, I don't actually like the heavy sniper anymore. I'll go
Oh,
hunting
anymore.
rifle
Yeah, yeah, yeah,
anymore, but
yeah.
OG, it was always a thing. Like you always wanted that sniper.
Hmm.
I like the snipers now. I'd rather have these. Like, because in creative, I try not to pick up the snipers anymore because there's no bullet drop,
Yeah.
and I love the bullet drop in the game now. It's like
Hmm.
because I like the honey rifle, so it just mixes well.
Yeah, no,
So
the to your point though, the snipers this season is the snipe specifically one. It's amazing. And I would definitely say the heavy sniper sticks in my head of when it first came out. It
yeah.
now it's just a different game. No, it's a different
Yeah,
game.
it is a different game because you can't even break walls in one shot with it no more.
Yeah, exactly. But my favorite, if they would have put the Deagle
Another
in there,
one,
I would have had Deagle. It would have been Lux and then a Deagle for me. If they would have put the Deagle in the set,
Deagle would have
that's
been
what I would have
nice.
been. Yeah,
Deagle would have been
that's
nice.
my
I
gun right
hated
there.
the Deagle, but that would have been nice.
Bro, when you
It would have
could
been
take
better
a
than the
wall
six
down,
shooter. Yeah, it would have been better
bro.
than the six shooter.
Yeah, for sure. When
It would
that
have
drink
been.
could take the wall down, that
I
was
will
crazy.
say, I
That
know
was
what
crazy.
I've got it. The most underrated one is the med kit. We were trashing the med kit for
No,
so
I rock with the
long.
med kit.
No, before
Yeah.
this season,
Hmm.
you hardly ever used a med kit. I'm dropping fish for a med kit this season.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah.
That's how OP
Yeah.
like because you can move, you can cancel
Hmm.
them. Like med kits went way up in my book. So like if you held onto a med kit, like they're actually useful now.
Yeah.
They beefed those up. So the med kit is actually probably the most underrated one. That's what we be talking about with Fortnite is you never know what's gonna happen. They
Hmm.
change so much and they innovate that something's like oh let's talk about Autumn Queen. Like I trashed on Autumn Queen, right? Like in
Yeah.
like a year, the best player of all time could pick up Autumn Queen and
And
it
it
be the
changes
most
everything.
it changes everything.
It changes everything, and it's nothing that anybody can do about it. If a player picks it up and they adapt it, and their community goes along with it. I mean, to be
Mhm.
let's be honest, you only
That's why the
need
shop skins are so important.
yeah, mm-hmm, one
Battle
hundred
pass
percent,
skins, you may not be able to do that, but
mm-hmm,
like item shop skins, if someone really, really good picks it up and gets a huge following, and everyone can buy that skin,
mm-hmm.
who knows what'll happen.
But that's why I like both sides of that thing that you just brought up, because if it's in the item shop, that surge can happen. But if it's in the battle pass and the surge or consistency comes from it, that makes it 10 times better than a lot of item shop skins. And that's the balancing factor that I love about it. I mean, if you haven't came out in 4 years and you're still in that top 1% and you're still thriving like elite agent, that's
Mhm.
crazy. I mean, that's just things you just don't see. Elite Agent has not came out. She's not coming back out. And she's still sitting up there and consistently being used. And that's things that you got to look at that kind of gives you the understanding of exactly how popular these skins could be.
Car, you better stop playing. Car be messing
Yo,
around
that's
too much.
yo.
Yo,
I think Dylan wants to pull a trigger on the Autumn Queen low key, Kyrie. I don't think he admitted, but I think he kind of looked at her face and was like, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how
no,
that
the
plays out.
card, it's a pretty card, and the skin's
Yeah,
not bad. It's just not popular. You know what I mean?
yeah,
I mean, there's skins I buy. Like, there's a couple skins that I bought the skin
yeah,
after the cards came out,
yeah,
and like I liked them. There's a couple cards like that. Um, Autumn Queen's not really one of those cards, but I'm not mad at people who like it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Yo,
No,
what's up,
that's
Shane?
That's so, but like even
Warfighter,
before.
they're joking. They're joking, Warfighter. They were trying to get me to
No,
buy.
no, yeah,
They're
that's
trying to
not
get me to
real.
buy Autumn Queen. They want me to switch. They want me to flip. So, so they said it was Aura's sister. Not gonna
No,
happen.
that's funny. I think Dylan really wants to buy on Queen on
Dude,
the low.
if it came out that she was her sister, I'd be like, oh dang, what are y'all doing to me?
Yo, you would have to adapt to that, bro. You wouldn't be able
I
to
would just
ignore
tell
that.
you guys, I'd say she's not a good card, but I bought her because she's Aura's sister. That's what I would say. I'd keep it real.
Yo, that's actually a hard list to do, to be honest. I might struggle with this the most. Obviously, it's all opinion, but still, if even if I did like my
Yeah, Autumn
top
Queen
20, it would be tough. It would be tough.
would Autumn Queen make the top 20 out of all of the series?
I mean, Autumn Queen's a good looking card. I don't
It
know if she's
is. It
top
is
20,
top
but
20. Top
yeah,
20 is hard.
yeah,
She's
that's
definitely up there. She is a nice card. I mean, you're talking about you have like Ice King, you've got Ultimate Knight, Black Knight, Dark
yeah,
Bomber. I'm
yeah.
trying to think. So I mean, there's a lot. Lux's card is beautiful.
hmm I mean,
Um,
if you want to give my hard opinion, it's gonna be kind of hard to insert some
Drift.
S2 in there over the S1s. That's where it's really gonna get tough.
Yeah, it's
But
gonna get really hard. It's gonna get really
yeah,
hard to beat. It's gonna be get really hard to beat S1s.
yeah. Nah, that's definitely. Yo,
Deadfire. I
Richard,
have to see Deadfire in person.
Richard, I'm trying to, man, listen, this
It's got like
card,
that blue green
bro,
shard,
it's that green purple, bro, and it just hits
green
so
purple.
beautifully. But Dark Voyager does that for me. Dark Voyager card is amazing. One of the ones where it's like skin wise, that's not one of my top 10, 15, 20, maybe not even 30, but aesthetically, that card hits, bro. That's a different card right there.
Yeah, I think Drift is definitely in there. Gold Trooper's
Yeah,
got to be in there, but I'm biased on that one.
yeah,
The Gold Trooper one is so nice.
yeah. No,
I have to.
that's
You have a Deadfire?
yeah, of course.
Yeah, of course you do. I had to see that one in person. Yeah, I
That's
see it up
that's
there. Yeah, I see it up there.
I think that's my solo 10 though. I think that's the only 10 USA shards that I have. Yeah. I
Series
did
one, USA Series
yeah,
one
I
shard.
did gym some 10s, but I had to make some deals down the road and kind of trade it
Dang,
down.
do
But
I
yeah,
have any Series 110s? I don't think I do either. I don't remember which ones I have. I don't. I don't think I have any Series 110s. That's smart.
yeah,
I used to. I used to have a Dark Bomber. My man
yeah.
Rice took them off. I would no, he didn't get Dark Bomber. He got the Skull Ranger. That was a
Power
10.
Ranger. Yeah.
That one was pretty too. I don't know.
Yo, but this is funny that Richard said this because so for context, y'all, when I met Richard at the National, he asked to see my dead fire. The way he looked at that dead fire, I knew I knew the next time that drink popped up, he was gonna grab it. And he did. It's one of those cards, man. Those things are beautiful. I like the visitor as well. Obviously, that's a bias, but
I don't. Yeah,
it's a dope card.
Visitor is kind of low for me on the visuals.
Have you seen that card in person with the red on that drink, bro? That drink
Yeah,
is
but I'm not a
crazy. Man.
huge fan of like the reds, to be honest. Now, what about
That's
Red Knight? I think would look better. Red
I'll
Knight's
be
better.
honest. I'll be honest. That's bad taste on you, but I'm gonna let you live, bro. Not liking red and blacks is crazy to
No,
me.
no.
But
I some of it's like Red Knight is a fire looking card,
heck yeah.
but the Visitor one, I don't know.
Yeah.
Maybe it's his outfit.
The crossed arms too, that joint is crazy.
That is a nice pose. The ones that have the crossed arms are nice pose. Yeah, Omega would make the list. All right, someone said in the Discord that Rob, that we need to make a top 20 or list for each series.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
was like, yeah, we're down. We're down with that. So once we're done with the top 50, and I know we didn't post over the holidays, so we're gonna get back to making that top 50 list.
Yeah.
Um, so just because of the holidays. So once these get over, we'll get through it.
Yeah.
Um,
We technically missed 2023. It was supposed to be the 2023 list, but we'll make it
we're
the
doing what they do for
2024.
Panini. Panini always posts 2020, and then they
that's
release it in
actually
2021.
that's
So
actually a good pivot. I like that.
we're trying to stay relevant. We're trying to keep it on brand
Our
with Panini.
algorithm wise though, unfortunately, we cannot put 2023 in the title. It has to be 2024 or we get lost in the shuffle. So yeah, it's cool. It's cool. You gotta like you said, we gotta play the game. Yo, JT, I actually agree with this. I mean, I don't think he can name five. I mean, yo, bro. I listen. Um,
I'm
yo, bro,
interested to hear what you say. I mean, I do like the female skins. I'm not gonna lie.
I don't can you name 7 male skins that you like?
Yeah, I probably can.
No, that you like as in that you have to have.
Oh, that I have to have. All
Yeah.
right, Blue Squire,
Hmm.
Midas eventually, Wild card, gold wild card, chaos agent, gold chaos agent. There you go. No, but
Yo.
so like I also want aim. That's a male skin.
Hmm.
I've been watching one of Shardnock's cards that he has super cheap. I kind of want that one.
Uh-huh.
No one else is gonna want it, but I'm not gonna say it because it's super cheap. Um, I'm trying to think which other ones. I mean, I said Blue Squire. You go back to Series One. Trying to think if there's any other in Series One. Um, I really like Dark Voyager and Mission Specialist
Mission
because I
specialist.
rocked those in Season 3 like all the time. Like the
Hmm.
Spaceman is what I wore like all the time. So I
Yeah.
want that, but like I don't play with it anymore, so it's like very low on the list.
Yeah.
I like Rex.
Hmm.
There's a good amount that I like. I just
Yeah.
don't wear them in game.
Yeah.
Although a friend did gift me a blue Jonesy, one of the Christmas ones,
Hmm.
and I wasn't minding it. It was kind of
Yeah.
nice. I had my popsicle on the back wing, so I might wear that one.
Yeah. No, I mean, it kind of all shifted
It's
for
a male
me.
skin. It is a male body though, JT.
No, yeah, it goes on the it goes on the. I mean, I guess that's definitely debatable. I don't know. I just go male side, male body.
I mean, so like people are talking about. So if you guys are listening, if this makes it into the audio podcast that we're gonna try to do at some point, JL said, Sharnak was saying, he doesn't think many kids today will get into the cards like we automatically assume they will, and we've been over this before, and
Hmm.
it's just like people are gonna collect what they like,
Hmm.
and most of the people who are gonna like Fortnite are gonna have played the game, and a percentage of those people are going to become collectors throughout their life. That's just how
Hmm.
it is. Right now, it's not cool. And if you
Hmm.
guys watch all the shorts I'm posting, I've been posting so many shorts and stuff and trying to get people into the channel, get people with the cards and stuff like that. And you'll see all the hate that it gets, right?
Hmm.
Because it's not cool to post about Fortnite, even though it's super popular. We talked about this before. Is going through that valley of like, oh, this is cringe or whatever.
Hmm.
Um, so it's going to take a while for the people who actually play the game and people who like hate on the game for it to get there. But once it gets past that, and it becomes actual nostalgia and gets to the movies and stuff like that, people will be like, "Oh yeah, I used to play that all the time," and then they'll think about collecting. It's literally a long term thing. But to
Hmm.
just say like the gamers, like it doesn't matter about who's right now collecting. Like I'm not trying to convince the people I play with to collect the cards.
Yeah.
I don't try to convince them to do that. I might talk about the cards because I like them so much, but like I'm
Hmm.
not trying to convince those gamers go out and get the cards. There's no
Yeah.
point. So just share what you like. Eventually they'll get into it.
Yeah. Uh, no, I agree with that. My take on it is this. Um,
Thank you, Patsy. Yeah,
yeah.
exactly.
My take is this.
Potential profits come later.
I don't exactly know how this is going to shape out, right? 15, 20 years from now. What I do know is this. The strength of the IP is my surety of
Mhm.
understanding that it will be adapted. I don't know how it's going to be adapted. I don't know if it's going to be the 8-year-olds from now. I don't know if it's going to I don't know how that's going to be broken up. I don't know how that's going to be factored in. All I do know is that uh with this IP and the nostalgia reset that Fortnite has been able to create that no other game, no other IP has ever been able to do. I mean, I guess you could argue Pokemon on that aspect of bringing sets back out and stuff like that. But Fortnite resets your nostalgia consistently. Think about the OG season. All they got to do is pull the
Mhm.
plug on something or insert it and it immediately brings you back or it gives you a new memory. Um the interesting part though is that Fortnite is not going to look the same in 5 to 7 years. They're no longer skins, they're now characters. All of these things are great compared to they're a positive compared to a negative. It's just that we don't know exactly how it's going to be balanced out. I don't know if it's going to be the kids of now. I don't know if it's going to be the fathers and mothers and uncles and stuff like that that's going to adapt the next generation into it. Don't know how it's gonna happen. I just know it's gonna be something interesting to see.
See, I like what JT is saying is like if they're not collectors, they won't be buying the cards, the games, the posters
Right,
anyway. Like they have to have that
right.
gene to want to collect, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if you bet on Fortnite, even if you're an investor, and this is not investment advice, but like JT, I'm not JT, Shard Knox, like he invests in the cards, right? So
Mm-hmm.
even if you are like investing in them, I think that Epic Games and Fortnite is a great investment because everything they do is high quality and
Mm-hmm.
collectible. Like we've talked about this before, it's not just cards. They've done comics, they do the pins, posters, they send stuff to streamers, super limited quantity, right? They
Mhm.
they create they create their own different collecting streams of different things. They have
Mhm.
the toys, they have so many stuff. So like, and they do it at high quality. It's not cheap
Mhm.
stuff, right? So betting on Epic Games and Fortnite in that aspect just makes sense.
Yeah.
So
No, no, that's a great point, and I think that it's gonna be interesting to see because I don't know if you've seen this recently. Have you seen the debates and the complaints about the battle pass? Have you seen that?
no, I have not.
So what
I've
they
been
were
trying to
saying is
stay away from Twitter to be so I got a new iPhone. I
yeah.
didn't download Twitter yet, and it's
Yeah.
just because like I get stuck like seeing all the worst stuff on Twitter. So I've been
Yeah.
staying away from
You
it.
gotta
But
keep it you gotta keep it on the I can't remember which side it is. Don't go to the left side. Keep it on the right side because that left side is ridiculous. That whatever. First of all, the fact that you can't turn it off shows you how toxic it is. But that's besides the point. Anyway, so the conversation that's been going on is this: people are frustrated that they won't be able to get collab skins back that were in the battle pass. So what they were saying is that the fact that Deadpool, the fact that Iron Man is in the battle pass, Spider Man is in the battle pass and not actually available in the item shop, they can never get those skins again at this point, right? And so they're trying to figure out ways to get skins that how can people get skins that they missed? What I'm getting at is this. The only way that you can have that moment with that skin again is the cards. I don't care what
yeah,
anybody says. They just don't know it yet. They don't understand that yet. The me not having certain cards, me not have being able to have a Black Knight. I can get the Black Knight in the cards at any different level. Obviously, I may not be able to get a PSA 10 shard, but I can get a hollow, I can get a base card, but I can have that card in my collection. It can feel like it's a part of my rotation. But you're never getting those skins again in the game. I think that's where a lot of people are going to adapt. And I will say one more thing: the collector in Fortnite is already there. People
mhm.
collect skins in the game. Like their locker is their collection. They talk about it all the time. I have this rare skin. I have this skin that came out for a limited amount of time. Is that gonna?
You'll see that in the
Yeah,
shorts.
yeah,
Like so, like I'll post stuff and I'll change the titles and things like that to try to get people to comment. And people are like, oh yeah, I have all these ones. Like,
yeah.
oh yeah, that's the most popular one. I have that one. So I did it about Kuno. I'm like, is this the
Mhm.
most popular skin? And someone's like, it's close. He says, I have that one. It's one of the best. And so like
Yeah,
that's kind of cool stuff. They like to like show ownership of that kind of stuff.
yeah. And you know, to be honest, I don't. It is a toss up for me because I think that the hobby is strong enough to consistently insert itself where people that's the outside looking in are actually the Fortnite gamers. And then I also think the reverse is going to happen because the at some point the game and the hobby are going to they're going to merge in a way that we haven't seen before, even if we're talking about it. And that's the time that I'm looking forward to. And I don't think that's for another 5 years, honestly. So I can't wait to see how that unfolds.
So yeah, whether it's worthless, I mean worthless to other people. Like a lot of
Hmm.
people have sentimental value of things and they can collect. I like for my stuff to go up in value. Like as a collector, you want it to be worth stuff. But I kind of get where you're coming from. I guess like for me as a collector, like I'm not looking for Fortnite cards to be a huge payoff. If that makes
Hmm.
sense.
Hmm.
But you know, I mean, I give away my cars to you guys all the time. I sell them pretty cheap, but like if I can make a profit, yeah, that'd be great. Put it back into cards. If you have something that's worth a lot, it's kind of
Hmm.
like it's like a high, right? You like that.
Yeah.
That's like what
Yeah.
collectors chase. Like you want to be in early and be worth a lot of money so you can brag about it and all that kind of stuff. Yeah,
Yeah.
I get that. But at the same time, for me, not everybody, like if it turns out that this was a bust, the last 3, 4 years have been crazy fun for me even
Hmm.
if it is a bust, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that's kind of where I'm coming from. It doesn't
So
have to be worth millions for me.
yeah.
Hopefully
Uh,
it's not worthless, but
Yeah, so to JT's, I agree and I disagree with this in a proper way. And I mean, there's nothing to really disagree with, but what I'm saying is, uh, there's certain cars that I feel that way about. Now, when I start expanding outside of my PC, right? If I start going on things because I like the aesthetic of a card or the card look dope or I pulled the card, yeah, I don't want that to go to zero because it's not my PC. But my true PC, I could care less what those go. If they went to zero, I really could care less when it comes
I've
to
been
luck.
buying I've been
It's
buying
just
Maven. So
yeah.
Series 3 Maven could have been a sweat skin, you know, you can argue that, but like it's not that popular.
Yeah.
Um, and I've been buying. I just bought one today for $3 off
Yeah.
eBay. The shard,
Yeah.
right? That's not going to skyrocket for me. I have like 10 or 20 of them, something like that, of the Maven. So
Yeah.
like, I'm one who doesn't care for sure.
But and I mean, I'm pretty sure JT is going on a higher side on that aspect. Like, I mean, you can actually, I, I went in for looks, right? And even with that price, I'm okay with it dropping down. It's just that type of card for me. And like JT said, though, that's not every card. It's some cards I'm like, please don't go down, because not because it's not it's a card that I'm looking for profit, but it's just one of those things that could be trade opportunity for me to get a card that I don't care is worthless. That's the thing. It's that I am somebody that likes to trade when the time is right. So I don't want everything to be worthless, because then I can't get the cards that I want. So it's a part of the hobby that we love, the collecting, the trading, uh, the buying and selling, and that kind of shapes the whole scheme of the way it goes.
So with this conversation that you're talking about, what goals do you have? Like, I want to. So
Oh
you made the
man,
whole list on like what you want to do this show. So like, I'm interested
yeah,
to hear like where you want to
yeah,
take this.
yeah.
So I'm sure you've completed a lot during. You want to say what you've completed during this year?
Uh, I mean,
You want to
not
start off with what other people
no,
completed,
no. Let's
and
start with us. We can start with us, or we can.
no, I'm saying, do you want to start with like what we and what other people have completed, and then go into what we're gonna do next,
Yeah,
or so you want to do that
yeah,
first?
yeah. Yeah, that's I think we can start off obviously without having to pull them out. I mean, obviously I have some of them right here, but getting drift was the major one for me. I
Yeah,
had to
that's
give up
crazy.
Yeah, I had to give up some major cards for that, one being Aura and then the other one being Royal Knight. Uh and ironically it's not the drift that I have now.
So that Royal
So
Knight was the one I almost traded for, right?
yeah, and I think Rice has it now. I think Rice is the owner of that. But I still regret giving up Royal Knight because I got drift from there. And and quote, when you trade, there is a such thing as recovering, right?
Mhm.
Sometimes you recover, sometimes you don't. I completely recovered from this. I can say I actually that drift ended up being a PSA 6 because it was raw. I ended up getting a PSA 9. I just put the aura in a $74 mega box. So I recovered on that one pretty well, but the main thing was to get a drift in my collection. That was the major one for me, honestly, this year. But I did a lot of different moves uh to get into that point. But I also getting the ticket graded was major.
Same.
Y'all know I've been
Shout out to Kari who has my ticket. I
yeah,
assume he still has it.
yeah, and I know people may have had the ticket before me, but I can truthfully say that I was the first person to talk about it, and then I went back to go get it,
Oh my god, I hate it when you did that.
yeah, yeah. So
Dude, I
that
had
was
like 5 in my cart.
yeah,
Literally, this was before we were doing the podcast. I had 5 in my cart.
yeah.
And then I opened up the to see the video or whatever, was it a podcast or video? I can't remember.
It
And
was
you were
with
it,
why is her name slipping my mind? What's her name?
Jessica, I
Jessica.
think.
Jessica.
Yeah,
Yes,
and
yes.
but like I can't remember if it was a video or a
It
podcast.
was a
Audio?
podcast. It was a
Okay.
podcast.
And
Yeah.
then as soon as you said that, I was like, because I think I caught it afterwards. I ran to look at my eBay things, all gone, everywhere, gone, 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 gone.
Yeah.
I was like, this dude just blew my spot.
Yo, it was crazy because when I first looked, I was y'all know how I am. I was looking for World Cup merch first. I just typed in Fortnite World Cup. The ticket popped up. At first, I was like, all right, that's cool. When it said commemorative ticket on it, I was sold. As soon as it said
It's
that, I was like,
also
yeah,
it's the best looking ticket I've ever seen. I don't have one
100%.
anymore. I need to get one eventually. I
Yeah,
don't know. They're not. I guess they're not that limited, right? But like, I want one, and I
yeah,
want one in my. I want one graded. Now that you have paved the way, I'm gonna try to get
yeah.
one and get it graded again eventually.
And shout out to Black Ash for actually going and grading the cards and getting them signed by Booga, going that extra step. That was
Oh
that
yeah,
was a
that's
whole
crazy.
nother that was a whole nother world. But to your point, the thing with the tickets that's interesting, just think of it this way. Everybody there got a commemorative ticket, right? But think about the national package that we got, right? Do
Yeah.
you have everything that's still in there? So
Like, can
that's
we
the
talk
thing.
about that? All
Yeah,
right,
go ahead.
we were talking about like, is Fortnite worth like investing in? Blah blah blah. Collect people don't collect and stuff like that. Compare the national gift bags to the
Hmm.
freaking World Cup.
Yeah,
Like
yeah,
that ticket is better than anything we got at the national. Sorry,
one hundred
Gary
percent.
V. Like that ticket is way better, and you know
Yeah,
what I mean. Plus, like everything else they give out, the quality is just crazy. And
Yeah.
JT, wait a minute, for when I go, because I need to sue you, dude. What are you talking about suing Jess?
That's funny. But
Dude.
before we switch to you, bro, shout out to Jess because Jess was such an amazing interviewer, bro.
Mhm.
I know she went on to different endeavors, but she was the original, like for like she did multiple interviews. She interviewed Wayne, she interviewed Shard, she interviewed a lot of different people. And her content was amazing. So shout out to her. She's definitely what we would consider her OG in the Fortnite space.
Yeah, we talked a lot, and
Yeah.
I have to say, like, she's the one who she reached out to me to do, like, the interview or whatever. I was like,
Yeah,
"Nah,
I
I
told her
ain't
to reach
doing
out to
that."
you.
I
Yeah.
was like, "I'm not doing that." And then we started a YouTube show together and did a
Yeah.
podcast together. I probably wouldn't even thought about it unless she had reached out, because, like, I was that was so far out. I said, "I'll do a website and all kind of stuff." But then when
Yeah.
she reached out and, like, it was in the back of my mind, it's like, I said no to that. And then, like, I saw you do your Instagram show. I
Mhm.
was like, "Alright, alright." I started to warm up
Yeah.
to it. But, like, she's a huge inspiration for
No,
THC, to be honest.
no, that was I mean, because that was my avenue even before I got into Fortnite cards, doing interviews and stuff like that. But the way Jess captured it initially was amazing, especially when not too many people were looking that way and it was still the inception of the sets.
Yo, shout out to everyone here who got hooked on Fortnite by Jess, though. Look at all
Yeah,
these
no
comments.
facts. No facts. She was smooth, bro. She really was. So hopefully Jess wraps back around. I know she has major endeavors. She's very smart. She had a couple businesses she wanted to start. So I think one day she gonna pop back through and she definitely gonna get her flowers.
Yeah, for sure.
So how about you, bro?
All right, so let's get to. I'm gonna start off by saying I'm gonna sue JT before he sues Jess, because he got me into the amazing world of comic art this year.
Hmm.
I believe that was this year, because I think it's been like 8 or 9 months. Um, so like I'll show you my biggest. You guys know what it is, but my biggest pickup. I'm gonna
Yeah.
show it here, and this is my favorite thing. And this has no Fortnite content on it, but it means a
Hmm.
lot to me just because it had the Nexus War and it was cover A. So
Yeah.
this is the original sketch, and I was able to pick this up. And I would not have been able to do this if it wasn't for JT. Um, so I'm happy to have this. Um, yeah, this was crazy. I love the original art. I now have, like, I don't know, like 6 pieces,
Hmm.
2 covers. So nothing like JT's amazing collection that hopefully we can see one day.
Yeah.
But that was like my year, is like getting to this original art. Of course, like I already had my auras, and then I think I forget when the PSA thing happened. That was a great year too. Got my PSA 10 auras and stuff like that. But like this year has been about like the art and all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
So that was my biggest thing for this year. Next year,
No.
who knows what I'm gonna do? But man, this was great. So
n-
I thank you,
No.
JT, for everything, for being the show and like showing us all this cool stuff. So we lean
Yeah.
on him a lot for like the comic art and stuff.
Yeah. And I commend you for being able to pick that up. The reason why I'm saying that is because mentally where my headspace is, like, obviously we took a chunk of time out to build our
Yeah.
comic collection, right? But to it is not easy putting two different hats on. We talked about it multiple times.
Hmm.
Dabbling in comics and cards is not an easy thing, especially if you love the cards. If you love the cards, taking that chunk out and being able to buy a piece like that when you know what you could have gotten with that in the card market, that's not. I couldn't have done it. And that's
Yeah.
why I think it's dope that you got it because it's an amazing piece.
I mean, it's the most I've ever spent on a collectible.
Yeah,
And I know it's, like, probably not crazy money to a lot of other people, but that was, like, crazy amount of money to me.
yeah,
So it's just because I loved it so much. So I
yeah,
have it on eBay for a crazy price, so no one's gonna buy it, but, like, I
yeah,
have it up there to kinda, like, show it off because that's probably, like, my prized possession. I
yeah.
do have to go over, like, of course, we got the black and white foundation. Y'all know how much I love that one.
Yes.
Um, but this original art kinda, like, overshadows that because it's, like, one
Mhm,
of one. So,
mhm. Yeah.
that's definitely up there.
Yeah, I mean the black and white foundation was one that I was not expecting to get. Obviously, we talked about how that unfolded. But I don't know if that collector wants me to say who where I got that from yet. But that was a major piece for me this year as well. It's something that I wasn't expecting to get at all. But but yeah, that's great to have in the collection. I can't wait to get that graded.
That's also one of my favorites. So I do have the peach Momomo cover with, you can't see it, but it's up on my wall. I don't have a picture because I'm not selling that on eBay at all. That's
Yeah,
just staying in the PC, so I didn't have a picture to show. But yeah, that one was up there too. That was my first cover I bought. That got
yeah.
my feet wet, so that's an amazing one.
Warfighter, I actually felt this way at one point. at one point, and I think that the original art for sure. I think the original art has a crazy high ceiling.
Yeah.
Um, the comics, unt- I will say this. Somebody talked about Montague. I think it's Montague in the battle pass being connected to Midas. I did see a lot about that.
When he said that.
Yeah, I
They
did see
do,
a
they
lot of
do,
people.
they do look kind of,
Yeah,
and like one does gold and one does diamonds, dude. I
yeah,
mean,
no, and the way those storyline creators have been breaking it down, it does make a lot of sense. And if that ends up being the case, that's a great spotlight for the story and the lore storyline and lore side. To JT point, he said it in the Discord, that he's not super sold on us getting more comics.
hmm
Based off of Donald Mustard leaving, and I couldn't agree more. I just can't see it at this moment. It would be great if that was not the case, but hopefully there's more things that come with the comics.
maybe with him leaving, they just put on the back burner so they could
Mhm.
figure out what to do
Figure out,
next.
yeah,
Because
yeah,
they have to figure out like the next direction. Maybe they don't want their lead creative the one leading it. Maybe they need to hire someone to lead it. Who knows? But I do think telling the story is a very important
hmm,
thing for Fortnite to do.
yeah,
And they carved out comics to do that outside of the game,
yeah,
and it worked. So I feel like it's something they're going to continue.
hmm,
Um, so like as collectors, like we want comics and we want cards. So hopefully we get one.
yeah.
I feel like it's got to be on the back burner.
Yeah, this is, and I agree, and I think that that's going to be interesting. But to Kari's point, like the Fortnite vinyl LP that in the background, that thing is amazing. The artwork is amazing on there. They're interested in doing other things, but at the same
Mhm.
time, that was still a part of the Donald Mustard
It was a
time
big
frame.
initiative for
Yeah,
Donald Must to
yeah,
do the comics, but I
yeah,
do agree with Warfighter. Yeah, he does come from Marvel. I mean, it's kind of crazy for the comics not to return with how well they did. But then
yeah.
they Panini cards did really well, and then they just cut it.
Mhm.
So I don't know. I'm sure they have a plan. I'm not gonna worry too much.
So the perfect world, to Warfighter's point and to your point, Dylan, the perfect world is this. Let's hypothetically say that Donald Mustard mind was there. It was storyline, it was lore. That's where his focus was. And let's say that the higher ups recognize that. Like, okay, we see that this is your focus and you're going to bat for this. Maybe that was the proper pivot for this. That maybe it was something that he was talking about, or that was going to be a connection anyway. But it seems like Donald Mustard knew that that was the direction you want to go, and maybe that connection, like we said before, maybe that's where it goes in the future, where he's the front runner and on the Marvel side, or that connection for the Marvel side that ends up happening. It's going to be kind of tough for him because he loves DC as well. But so it's going to be interesting to just see how this plays out.
I think so. Kari said that there's less of a focus on the storyline. I'm not sure because I'm sure they're thinking long term about their brand. They changed the name from skins to characters in the game
Why do you think that is?
because skins is hard to explain and hard to write a story towards, in my opinion. Characters, you can build out each one as their own person, their own game mode, their own movie, their own characters, and you're a lot more flexible, right? And then there was another point I had for that, but it just slipped my mind. But
Hmm.
I don't think because of the OG season, they said that they're bringing OG season back, but it's got to be different because it has to make sense within the game. And
Hmm.
the OG season was part of the storyline, even though it was like a time machine kind of stuff like that. If they didn't care about the story at all, I feel like they wouldn't have to say that.
Yeah, I mean, in my opinion, what my first initial thoughts was it was switched from skin to character for the Lego side. That was my initial thought. It was on the Lego side, but
I don't think he meant the higher ups at Panini though. I think that's the Panini issue.
yeah, yo, you know what I noticed on the loading screen with the referee, he doesn't have the whistle on there either. So that was interesting to see. I
The
seen that.
loading screen,
Yeah, because I have my loading screens randomized in Fortnite, so they change every time. And the
but
loading screen,
was it cropped?
yeah, it
So
was
on the
exactly the way it
no wait,
was.
so you see the string, but it's cropped out of the thing.
It's cropped out of the thing. Yes.
Oh wow.
Yeah. So that was interesting. It popped up. I haven't seen that loading screen in forever, and then it obviously finally randomized and being one of them. And I was like, oh, that's crazy that that's actually that way in game too.
Yeah, exactly. It's just like Super Smash Bros. You're choosing your character, and each of those
Mhm.
characters, like Mario, has his own movie. You know what I mean? Zelda's getting their own movie.
Yeah.
So hopefully that's a sign it's going the right direction.
Yeah. And JL, this is kind of where I was going with it as well. Like the reference point, which goes to your point too, but I seen it more on the Lego side. That's where I seen like the initial push for the skin to
Yeah, that's
character.
true.
That's where I seen it.
We talked
But
about that. You
yeah,
get to know their
yeah.
names and stuff like
Hmm.
that. I don't know. I've been paying attention to see if they talk to you differently. And, like,
Right.
if you could see their personality, remember, like, Bandolette has, like, crazy
Yeah, yeah,
personality? That
yeah.
would be kinda cool if they weave that into the Legos too.
Hmm.
But this is interesting because we've talked about skins and, like,
Hmm.
how, like, you are that skin. Like, I'm like, Aura's my character that I play with all the time. I play with
Hmm.
Focus all the time, right? Like, I
Hmm.
resonate with them. I think I still will if they become characters,
Hmm.
but, like, them being skins is what really set that off, I guess.
Yep.
But, like, as long as you have a way to, like, choose what you like and
Yeah.
customize it, I think it'll be fine. So it's like a
Yeah.
small change, but in the right direction.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously it's a major moment right now, right? You have Fortnite Festival, Lego, you have Rocket Racing, and obviously you have regular Battle Royale. But so it seems like a lot is going on right now. But can you imagine over the next 4 years? It's this is only the beginning of how much is going to change, and hopefully they see it as if we're building this big IP, this big metaverse might end up being a weird word even in this case, but
Mhm.
if we're doing that, comics are important.
They
These things like
need
the
they
vinyls. Yeah,
need
yeah,
they need another
exactly.
they need another, like, avenue to, like, kinda
Mhm.
tell the stuff they can't do within a season.
Because what if they feel here's the thing, if they become strictly on the character side, or let's be real, like you said, you're off Twitter right now. Another thing that's going on in the community, I pay attention to all this stuff, is they're not too happy with the item shop not having new things right now. It
I c
seems as
The
it's
item
like,
shop,
yeah, yeah,
there's too
yeah.
much in the item shop, right? Is that what they're
Hmm.
saying? Like, I was saying
Well,
that too in the stream, like, you scroll down, I don't know what the heck I'm looking at. It's like, I
yeah.
see, like, a whole line, like, I saw, like, all of the skins, I saw Aura, like, all these same skins that always pop up all in one line,
Mhm.
then you got the music and stuff, it's like, it's
Yeah.
too much for me.
Yeah, and their thing was so as y'all know, when an update happens, like it's usually every 2 weeks, but Fortnite is on a break until January 7th. But every 2 weeks you have like these leaks that happen, and they get encrypted, decrypted, I should say. And then what you see is the skins that's supposed to come out in that 2 week time frame. Well, we didn't get a lot of Christmas skins. We didn't get a lot of Winterfest skins. And me personally, I try to think logically. That's because they just rolled out 3 new game modes. I can
Yeah,
give them a
right.
break. I can give them a break
I
this
mean,
year.
those
You know what
guys
I
got
mean?
vacation, man, you
Yeah,
know?
yeah, yeah. I give them a break this year on that aspect. But I think overall, the Fortnite community has no patience. That's just one thing that's guaranteed. But I do agree with them though on the side of there's a lot. It seems like a storefront right now with what's in the item shop and how long it's been in the item shop. But I think that's just a period of time. Once again, we have to respect that it's still a business. So I'm interested to see how far it goes from skin to character. And if it has to tie to the storyline, like right now, if as y'all know, this is the Donald Mustard era is about to end at the end of this season. At the end of the season, he has no idea what's going on, in that aspect. So I think I'm gonna hold my breath and just hope that a lot of change comes, and good change for that matter.
Yo, Schwartz Gaming, are you trying to get every skin ever made? That's insane.
1690 is insane.
That's
1690
insane. Like,
to
what is your account worth?
16. Wait, so that means so here's the crazy thing. He only doesn't have like 120 skins, maybe.
Yeah, he's up there. He's up
He's
there.
up there. Yeah, for context, that's like so for context,
Diehard
having
fan
300,
here.
yeah,
Like
having
3 or
300 skins is
maybe
crazy.
300, I think. I think I
Yeah, I
have.
might be like at like I might be at like three, anywhere between 320 and 350. I'm not at four yet for sure.
Yeah.
So that's crazy.
Yeah, that's
That's
insane.
see this
So
Schwartz.
next
Thank
what you have
you.
to do is you have to get a
Yeah,
card in every skin you have. You
yeah.
ha
There
Good
you go.
luck.
That should be
Good
fun.
luck.
Master set on master set.
Master set on master set.
Yo, so
And
even
then you sell your account with your cards.
there you go. Oh man, what would that be worth? Yo, the account
Yo,
goes
right?
with it. That's crazy.
That's crazy.
No, I've been shout out to Warfighter on this. I have talked to Ash TV, and which is one of the top tier collectors. Even Warfighter, don't sleep on Warfighter's locker. We got to talk about that as well. But there's some crazy lockers out here, and people collect them. Like it is a thing when the item shop drops. If they don't have that skin, they're getting it. We talked about the iTalks of the world, the Tifus of the world, that lost their accounts. But this is serious business when it comes to the collecting the skin side.
Yeah, it is a long game, JL. Hopefully
Yeah.
nothing like that happens, but yeah, it's definitely a long game.
Yeah, yeah.
so so Rob, what are your plans for
Mm.
2024?
So my plans is to be as
So you actually have
strategic as
plans.
yeah, my plan is to be as strategic as possible. So for me, I didn't properly prepare for the national last
Mm,
year. I didn't properly prepare. I wasn't unprepared, but I didn't prepare the way I should have, right? This year that's on the forefront of my mind going into January of exactly what I want to accomplish in that time. I do want to have a sealed collection, and I'm not talking about like multiple boxes of a set. I just want one box. I want a S1 mega box, and that's a major goal for
so
me this year.
dang, you're going into
Yeah,
sealed collecting here?
yeah. I actually enjoy it now just because where my collection is right now, I'm very happy with, and I know exactly where I'm going next. And I know I can obtain some of the cars that I need and want. So that is, but I do genuinely enjoy having the sealed box on display. Now, would I be a sealed collector if I didn't do a pod if I didn't have a podcast? I don't know. I like it on display. So that's where that connection is coming for me. But I have a lot of goals, man. I think the top card that I need to have, I would say Skull Troop, but it's a tie between Skull Trooper, Pump, Royal Knight. Pump is kind of feeling like Black Knight at this point. So
Dude,
so I don't even know on that front, but we'll see how that plays out.
if I really want a USA pump just like I wanted a gold trooper.
Yeah.
Oh, I forgot. I got a gold trooper this year, so shout out. That
Yes.
took
Yes.
forever.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, that took forever to get. So that is probably the best card I got this year. And on top of the comic art, I should have mentioned that.
You know, it's not even my collection, but I still feel like the afterbird of what happened when you brought the card and then immediately a Go Trooper popped up after. That sucked bad.
Yeah,
that was terrible. That was terrible. But you recovered. That's all that matters. You recovered. You got it back.
yeah. Recovered. It
You
was
know,
just a matter of
yeah,
time, you know.
yeah.
So there's some cards I want to get. I'm not as like
Oh yeah.
focused. Like I'm like all over the place on what I'm collecting. Um, but so like everyone knows I like tag, and like I
Mhm,
usually buy like I'll hyper focus on a skin. So I hyper focused on focus. Hyper
mhm.
focused on focus. Yeah,
No pun
there you
intended.
go.
Yeah.
Um, because it's a great skin, right? And then like I needed money for something else, and so I gifted him super cheap for less than I
Mhm,
paid for to a certain collector. So I have no focuses left. So my goal, one small goal, is to for my tag collection, which I don't ever intend to like sell because like
mhm,
PSA sells for more, blah blah blah. Everybody loves PSA. Like so, if I went in my PC, I kind of want to get into a tag slab
mhm.
and I don't want like multiples like I usually collect. So like I want at least one in a tag,
Yeah.
just for my PC. So that's kind of like a small goal for me. Um, besides that, I haven't really. I want to get tens SGCs of the DKV cards.
Mhm. That's it.
Um,
Yeah. Yeah.
that would be nice to get that
Mhm.
off the list. I have a 9.5 Renegade Raider. Do I want to try for a hard to get PSA 10? I don't know yet. I'm gonna think
Mhm.
about it. I gotta find one that's a good candidate.
Yeah.
Any other goals? I don't. I want a loading screen original art,
Yeah.
but I have stiff competition. Whenever it first has to be one that I want, and that means something that I like,
Mhm.
and has to be available, and I have to be
Yeah.
able to afford it, and
Yeah.
it has to not be in JT's collection already. So my chances are super small on that one.
Yeah.
Um, But we'll see. So my goals are like kind of fluid. But like you said, preparing for the national is a big one. Got a lot of
Mhm.
people messaging me who are going to be there this year, and doing a meetup. So I want to be prepared to hand out packs of cards to people.
Mhm.
Just like if we do like an event for like Epic Games. So if they do another like invitational. So I
Yep.
kind of want to be able to hand out cards to people. So I guess one of the goals is to stack up on like packs,
Yeah.
to hand out.
Mhm.
Trash ass grading. Hey, don't hate, don't hate.
Yeah, no. But to your point, I even with the boxes that I opened up, I just took the cracked ice out of it. All the packs is still the other packs is saved to the side for whether it's the national or whether it's for the FNCS. So have those packs ready, then open any of those so they can get a hollow or optichrome out of those ones.
Yeah,
Even though,
exactly.
even though it's tough because I have been flirting with the idea for what 2 months now of doing a set for optichrome. I want to do a set. I haven't committed to it yet though.
Like
But
a,
if I
you mean
did
like
do
a
it,
complete set?
yeah, I want to do a complete set. I
Ooh,
want to. I want it,
for what
bro.
series? For series two?
Yeah, series 2 Optichromes, right?
Ooh,
I
man,
get
that'd be
jealous.
cool.
I get jealous of people doing sets because that's something that originally I just didn't do. But I do like that the aspect of you kind of got to let the chips fall and you kind of have to pivot and things like that. I like that aspect. So I do want to do a set. If I was to do one, it would be the series 2 Optichromes. I think those are I'm not talking about underrated in value.
I'm
I just think where
open.
it's cemented, I like it a lot.
I'm open to doing a set, but like I need your help coming up with a set idea because I don't want
Yeah,
a complete set. Like I don't want all the
yeah,
trash skins. Like
yeah,
so, I need
yeah.
to come up with something that I want to do as a set.
I know which one you should do based off of how you collect.
All right, shoot me, shoot me. What do you
So
got?
yeah, just so y'all know, we got these sets aside, which we might have to talk about, bro, because
Yeah, we have a bunch.
I'm getting anxious and I can't take it no more. But that's besides the point. That millionaire club, bro. I think you should do that. I think your set should be those million
I like
mark
that.
skins, that top
I like
skins,
that.
because that's I mean you
Sold,
most of them is already
sold. I
on there.
like that.
That's
I
dope.
like that.
I think that's what you should do, bro.
My
That'd be a
my
dope set.
millionaire set. That's what I'm going
Yeah,
for.
yeah.
I
So you
like
can't
that.
collect it. You can't put it in the set until it hits the million mark. You know, that's
Yeah,
how you
yeah. And
gotta
once it
do
hits
it.
the million mark of
Yep,
usage, then you can add to
yep,
the set. I like it. I like
yep.
it.
I think that's
How
what you should
close
do.
am I to that being done? I'm gonna have to go and check.
I mean, you
I
honestly you
was
might have
there. I
10 or yeah,
was there, but now Black Ash has all my cards, so I'm gonna have to like
yeah,
rob his house or something.
yeah.
He lives close
And
enough. I was just gonna drive over there.
listen, Focus is doing numbers usage wise. I know y'all don't like
Focus
that
is a
word too much.
trash card. Stop hyping up Focus as a trash
Listen,
card.
bro,
By the
that
way, if
joint.
someone has it for what I used to pay for it, let me know. Just
uh
saying, it's too high right now for me to buy one.
Yo, JT, this is actually funny, Dylan. Pivoting back to what you was just talking about. The fact that JT has competition in that part of the market is crazy. Who the heck is competing with JT when it comes
Yeah,
to that?
I I
That's
I I need
insane.
to I need to know. Is it anyone from us or is it just
You don't
randoms? That's
you don't
crazy.
even know. That's crazy. I would love to know. I
Yeah, I
would love to
mean,
know that.
it's hard out there looking for stuff. I definitely want a loading screen. I don't know how I'm gonna get it though.
Yo, so this is so interesting to me because as y'all know what type of collector Shard is on the sports side, and a lot of collectors that's like that. The fact that he's saying that, and he's not the only one. It's some major sports side collectors that really love the chase and the collecting of Fortnite cards, and that tells you a lot about those cards in general.
Yeah, I just came up with a crazy idea, but I'm not gonna say it. I'll talk to you about it later.
Yeah,
And so now I kind of want to do this some kind of set collecting. We'll see. We'll see.
bro. Listen,
I
I've
I
been
do like Opties, Jake. Like Opties from Series 2 are crazy,
bro
overlooked.
is
But it's like, I really only have Hush. That's all I have
yeah
left. So I don't have my Aura anymore. I gotta get back at some point. So I have like a bunch of Hush Optichromes. That's it.
yeah. But let's say right. So let's just hypothetically say we don't know.
Real
Yeah,
quick.
go ahead.
Sorry, Oven's been asking this. We don't know yet. So I don't know when you've been in here, Oven. The Panini lost the contract. Epic Games did not let them renew it. As far as we know, a couple people talked to representatives.
Hmm.
Epic Games said no. They tried to renew it and they wouldn't let them. So who's going to do it next? We do not know. Either they're going to do it, they're not going to do it, or Tops, Upper Deck, Magic,
Hmm.
Wizards of the Coast. We don't know who's going to do them if
Hmm.
they do them. So right now we're playing a waiting game. We all agree that I mean it's kind of crazy for them not to. I mean
Yeah,
they sold out of Panini's website within 2 minutes.
yeah.
So the numbers are there. So hopefully we will see.
I mean, hopefully, I think we might have to. Me and Dylan might have to do a little bit of a campaign. We might have to do some specific content just in case any of these companies like Panini or Upper Deck cross the path that we properly got the layout for them. Because, in my opinion, they tripping. Like if you're not getting Fortnite IP, if you're not getting the Fortnite cards, and you have the company, you're missing a great
Hmm.
opportunity. That's just my opinion, and that's not even bias. I mean, you just look at all the IPs that's thriving now, and I'm not talking about legacy IPs. These newer IPs that's getting all the opportunities compared to Fortnite. It's crazy to me. Now, I will say Panini gave us that rarity and scarcity that we needed for those first couple sets.
Yeah.
I'm interested to see who takes on the approach, and will that be just as rare? Would it have what's
So
going to come along with it? That's going to be interesting to see how that plays.
So it's interesting you said that because Blizzard just got a deck. I mean, not a deck,
Yeah,
but like they just got their own for trading cards
yeah,
per deck, I think. And I've
hmm
talked about this before. So Blizzard's like all their games and stuff like that. It's like
hmm
I'm sure Upper Deck, if they're going out and doing Blizzard cards, I'm
yeah.
sure they want the Fortnite ones. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
It's like just like the movie, like Donald Mustard said that so many people have been trying to direct the Fortnite movie. They said if we were doing it, it'd be instant. There'd be instant acceptance across the board, right?
Mhm.
So I'm sure that's anything they do. So they
Yeah.
got connection with Legos. They got the toys are with like Hasbro, right? So everything they do gets like top level stuff, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think it's a matter of knowing wanting to do it. I think it's a matter of like convincing Epic Games to let
Yeah.
them do it.
Nah, yeah, for sure. For sure. Like, I mean, and I think that, like I said, like a broken record, I think first I would like Panini to get it back. Second, I would like Upper
Yeah,
Deck.
like that's what
But
Kari said.
but yeah.
We talked about this before too. It's like
Mhm.
Panini kicked it. They kicked butt with it, man. They kicked
Mhm.
it out of the park, man. I loved how they did it.
Yeah. Yeah, and that's the thing. It is Shire. It is really small it's on the small scale for sure. I just wonder if
But
there's
all right, on that side though, come on guys, makeup's on the small scale for them. They did a freaking Peely refrigerator at Walmart.
you see, but no, to your
Come
point
on.
though, to your point, that's because somebody in there inside of that circle of distribution, they understood, right? Is there
Hmm.
anybody that understands? If there was one person that understood, if I think it would be
I
understood if there was a
I mean,
proper,
trading
if there
cards are
was
pretty
something there.
understanding. If you think about like the characters and stuff, like let's take money aside. The branding is beautiful for it. I
Mhm.
mean, if they just think about it from the branding aspect.
I think there's been so many different eras of cards that it may not be as easy as we think. I think we easily understand it, but I
Oh,
don't know. I don't know how those profit margins look.
my bad. Sharnak's talking about Panini and not Epic Games. I thought he was saying um such an immaterial factor for Epic Games, which like money wise it kind of is. Like skins where
No,
they
it
make all their
is. Yeah.
money. That's where I thought he was going.
hmm
But no, he's saying like Panini, yeah, like if you look at sports, like how many
hmm
people are collecting sports, you know, I mean, I get it. Yeah, it's very small to them, but it
hmm
sold out and then they lost sports. So it's
hmm
not anymore,
Yeah.
right? It's like and they're all branching out. Like you think why would they be going after Blizzard? You know what
hmm
I mean? Versus like stuff like that. I mean, they're looking for more entertainment things to do. They did freaking cards of Pop Funkos.
hmm
I mean, come on, they did cards of collectibles. You know,
Yeah.
they're looking for content to do. So obviously they're not satisfied with just sports.
And I'll be honest, it's the stigma across the board. Could do it does a company that's not Epic Games and Fortnite and that's not a part of the game, do they think that they can overcome the stigma on the business side? And that's something that's the stigma's fake, but in their heads is real. You know what I
Hmm.
mean? Is it something that can thrive? And I think that's something that confuses a lot of different companies that's not intrinsically connected to the game. It's just, I mean, we
My
can see it anywhere, you know?
my fear, and Epic Games probably would not let this happen. Epic Games is really good at keeping their branding, but my fear is someone gets the rights to do the cards, and they do it to focus towards children, like the Minecraft cards that
Mhm.
Panini did. I did not like at all,
Yeah.
right? So like if they do it like that instead of like how Panini did it, where it's like kind of like geared toward an older audience, like it was
Mhm.
mirrored like sports and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So hopefully whoever does it keeps it geared towards like the older community, hopefully.
Yeah.
Because I think kids will like both. They'll
Yeah,
like it
for
because it's
sure.
Fortnite, and adults will like it because it's nice collectibles.
Yeah. No, this is it. No, it's definitely one of those things that I think that over time may I can see us going 3 years without any new cards. I really can. I maybe even longer. I just don't know exactly what's going on each side. Like I do think Epic Games is the hard stake. To your point, I think that it's them being tough. And
Yeah.
is anybody willing like Panini to go along with the demands and the closed doors that comes with this, at least that we assume is coming with this. So I think it could be some time.
Just to be clear, I think this is what you guys are talking about. Panini did try to sell to Fanatics multiple times, and then they lied on their P&L sheet about like how much money they were making, stuff like that. Then they got sued by Fanatics, and then they countersued back. It was a whole thing, Shardnock. I don't know if that's what you guys are talking about.
I thought they were talking about Panini and Fortnite. I think based off of Warfighters, but maybe I misread that, so maybe they can tell us.
It could. Well, JL was speaking to him specific. I don't know. I could be missing it.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, I don't know. It's kind of hard to
Oh
follow some
yeah,
of
I
you
see.
guys.
I see. I see what you're
Oh, okay.
saying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
he said not JL. Okay. He
Yeah.
said yeah.
I
He said he was responding to Warfighter.
yeah. I
Yeah.
thought
Yeah.
so.
Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of stuff that's up in the air. We don't really know.
Yeah.
Um, Same thing. I mean, we just gotta wait. I think we'll get him eventually.
Yeah.
Um,
It's it's one of those things where I think we're gonna be so deep into just collecting what we're collecting, just like now, that it's gonna be out of sight, out of mind, and then that's when it's gonna pop. Like it's gonna be one of those things. Uh, I
yeah.
think
This is something
it's
I
gonna
want to
be
talk about.
interesting.
So we have the Discord, and I know we have card talking there, but someone was asking about the pins.
Hmm.
And so, like, I'm happy in talking about that stuff in there too. Talk about lore, talk about other collectibles. So go to FortniteCards.com, the Collectors Hub, and join the Discord. So like you can talk to us and we can talk to you about those kinds of things.
Hmm.
Because I'm open to all Fortnite collectibles, to be honest. I
Yes.
just
Yeah.
like print media, so I like the comics, I like the art, I like the
Hmm.
cards, but like I also like the pins. And some people like
Hmm.
the Funko Pops, right? So like
Yeah.
the more we expand that, the better for everybody. At least to hold us off until what we
Hmm.
want comes out. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. It's a lot of things that THG that we can do, especially if it's somebody extremely knowledgeable in those sectors. Like if somebody is extremely knowledgeable on Funko Pops or anything like that can help us a lot down the road and when we want to do certain things. So yeah,
and
for sure.
and just so everybody understands how early we are, everyone thinks this is cringe. So like Kari said shout out to us because we popped up in like the last 2 weeks. We got like over 100 subscribers,
Hmm.
um, and we've been posting shorts
Hmm.
and we've been putting content out, and the replies have been hilarious. Um, and everyone who thinks like the collectibles are cringe, it's in that phase, guys. So we are
Yeah.
so early that people are just like they're quick to judge
Yeah.
instead of like learning and taking a look. No one's
Yeah.
doing that, right? So that's how early we are. Even though it's been this many years, like 3 4 5 years,
Hmm.
we're still extremely early. So don't feel like you have to rush. I think you have a little bit of time.
Yeah, and I mean, I think that even on the aspect of that, it's hard for people to wrap their mind around that the Fortnite demographic is not what people see. What it seems like, it seems like it's kids. It seems like it's this younger demographic, and to be honest, it's never been that. It's never been that. That's the whole reason why it had the rating that it did from the beginning of it. But it's something that's just the stigma that down the road, once that seal is lifted, it's gonna be interesting, and it is gonna be a couple people that is gonna be like, "I told you so." There's gonna be other collectors that just never knew and never understood, and I'm gonna feel
I want
bad.
to like take a screenshot
Yeah.
of all the comments and
Oh
then like
yeah.
in a couple
Oh
years and
yeah.
do that. There is a 52 card playing deck of Fortnite cards, guys. I'm sure JT has it.
I
So
think yeah.
JT, I
JT
will
showed
make
it.
a fringe collectibles on the Discord. I'll make that thread. I'll try to do that tonight if I don't forget. But yeah, they do have. I think there's a couple. There's the Koro one, which is kind of small, and then they have like the
Mhm.
Epic Games one.
Yeah.
Um, so it's kind. I don't know how hard it is to find. I
Which
think I've seen it on eBay before.
Which I think when JT showed it, I think it had the 2017 licensing on it, which you do not see a lot at all. Like I'm deep in the merch side. 2017 licensing tag, that is like early Fortnite. I mean, they really have it was 2018 when they started putting
If it's not
themes and stuff like that.
2014,
Yeah,
2017 is the next year you want to get for
exactly.
Fortnite.
Exactly. Yeah, it's pretty crazy to see how many things really don't fall into that category, and even seeing when Fortnite started doing merch, That's the interesting thing to me. That's like the separate world I live in. Like that is always fun to see. When they first, Dylan, as you know, when we build in THG, that first time you think of putting out a T-shirt, and you have no expectations of it, but
Hmm.
you just want to put that out as a business. Seeing those T-shirts hit the market and things like that, that is the fun part of it for me. But seeing a 2017 tag is pretty crazy.
Yeah, Jay, I was talking about how many people play the game. Yo, they've
Yeah.
still stay over that. They've been killing it. I haven't been checking lately, but like,
Even
so
yeah,
the Lego one alone is doing numbers that Battle Royale was doing like 6 months ago. It's crazy, and it's after the
yeah,
hype. It's still doing over 300,000. Like anytime you log in to look at it,
mhm,
um, I'm so excited to see what happens when they post updates.
yeah,
So many people
yes.
binged it so hard, and
Hmm.
then but they did everything. So once Fortnite starts actually after the Christmas season, because they're on break, right? They're doing their vacation stuff. Once they post updates and really
Yeah.
expand the Fortnite Lego world, dude, it's gonna be crazy.
Yeah, and on a rocket racing front, I'm really nervous. I don't want it to be early January like they said because I'm in Diamond 3 and I think I can actually get to Unreal. So
Dude, I
I need them to
saw
chill. I need them to
dude,
chill.
I saw the Camping Rusher post a video of someone who's good at the game. You saw
Yo,
that? That
yes,
dude was
bro.
going off in that
Bro,
thing.
you
Like,
talk about Tiger USA. He's insane, bro.
dude,
He's
I was like, oh
insane.
my gosh, my man's played too much.
No, he's different because he can hold his drift midair, which is that's a whole different dog. But yeah, no, that's I can't
JT,
wait to see.
I went ahead and created that thread already. The Fringe Collectible thread has been created in the Discord. Thanks
Yeah,
for the suggestions. If anybody else has suggestions, please throw it up there. I want to make it a fun place for us all to talk collectibles and like get a leg up of the next 10 years. So
yeah, for sure. No, that's great. So let's see. Let's get into some of this. Some of these collectors' collections and how they've shaped out. Obviously, there's major rundowns here, but this right here is like a snapshot. I love this balance. You got the Optichrome, you got the cracked ice for S2, you got reloaded Coro, and then you got S1. Obviously, reflex the rare skin in the game now, which is crazy. Not counting
that
like the
yeah,
Renegade Raiders
that's
and stuff.
crazy.
Yeah, I don't like that though because I want the skin. So that one I'm kind of pissed about. That one I'm like,
I was about to
yo,
say there's
please,
your
yeah,
card. I have
yeah,
to say
please.
real quick. I don't know. We were gonna do a video on this.
Hmm.
But like we're doing so much stuff. I just kind of want to put it out there. People have been hating on these Koro stuff, and
Yeah,
the most
yeah,
expensive. I'm gonna throw this out there. The most expensive Pokemon card came
hmm,
from Koro.
yeah,
Just so you guys know, just throwing that out there. Just a little bit of information that I thought was super interesting. Of
yeah.
course, that one's that one's way more scarce and rare and hard to find. But at the
Yeah,
same time, it still adds some credibility to these Koro things. It's not a new thing,
no, for
right?
sure.
So I thought
And
that was
it's
interesting.
no, that's a good point. And then the fact that is Jonesy the first, and it's recruit
Healy.
Jonesy and Pilly. Like that's
And
crazy,
those
bro.
ones are hollows.
That
Like if you're
that's
gonna
the
get a
perfect.
Koro sticker, you definitely
Yeah,
want those two, in my opinion. And
yeah,
of course, I
no,
have them, so take that with a grain of salt. So
yeah. No, that's crazy. But obviously, this is Jake. My bad, Jake. I literally had yours in there. Yours one of the last ones I put in, so I forgot to put your name on here. But everybody know get hype, But Jake comes in here, and obviously he has to recruit Jonesy first. PSA 10 Coro. This represents a lot of how I collect. I love being on the hunt to find cards I'm seeking, great deals that fit my budget
love
appropriately,
it.
and cards that I love to look at in my collection. I love that, bro, because the hunt is a part of it. Sometimes the hunt gets a little stressful if you feel that the price is a little high. Like some S1s, the hunt is stressful, bro, because the
Yeah,
prices is
it is
already up there.
stressful, right? Because
you
like there's
know,
some cards I want if it's lower, just a little bit
yeah,
lower. I feel like there's
yeah,
probably a lot of people in that same range.
yeah.
Um, No, this is not investment advice, Warfighter. I was just saying, put some respect on the name. I didn't realize this is Renegade Raider must have been from one of the giveaways because he said shout out to
Mm,
Dylan. So if that
that's
was one that I gave
crazy.
away, I'm happy to have helped you with
So
that.
so what you have? You have your SGC 9.5 and then raw. Is that what it is?
Yeah, I've got a few. I got like 3 or 4 raw left.
3 or 4.
Well, I have
Wow.
gotten since I got like freaking Wayne clean. I had over, and he can correct me. I had over 20. And
Yeah.
he cleaned me out of all my Renegade Raiders. And then I ripped the box and I got like 3 or 4 more, a couple boxes. So I have my 9.5 graded, and I will be grading one again at some point.
No, I
We'll
was
see how that goes here.
yeah, I mean, and I think that we had a talk before this about tag, me and Dylan, but to on that side though, I am interested to see what they say about the Renegade Raider. Uh exactly what goes into it. That's gonna be pretty dope to see.
Yeah, I mean that's a pretty sick one.
But
Yo, I can't believe I told remember I ripped the paradigm, the paradigm
yeah,
there, and I was like,
yeah.
I'm gonna try not to sell this one. Of course, I had to sell it.
Yeah, I knew, and it's crazy, and I know you had to sell it, so it's a little different.
That's
But
and so
I knew,
that's my goal.
yeah.
That's my goal for 2024 is to try not to sell anything, only give things away on the show. I'm gonna try, but like stuff comes up.
But that comes with strategy too, bro. I'm just saying.
I'm just not strategic enough. I don't
Yes, you are,
stuff,
bro. That's impossible. You're
dude.
definitely strategic. You don't want to be. That's the thing.
Dude,
It's a
things pop
it's a
up and
difference.
like I had to make decisions like do I sell this or
No.
do
So look at okay. So like if things pop up, right? It's the way you secure that top card is like if you got three or four, especially the way you collect, you you just gotta secure it. Like you just gotta keep securing the top. That I'm
mm,
telling you, bro. Like that's mine's is bottom to top. If I'm gonna sell something or trade it, it has to be at that bottom side, and then so that top is protected.
see
Nothing's
when
breaking that ceiling, bro.
when
Nothing's
my
breaking that
kids need
ceiling.
something, when my wife needs something and we need like money fast is like I just go for what I know is a good card that someone
Hmm.
wants at a good price.
Yeah.
And that's just what I do versus
Mhm.
like I think less about I just like I need a quick sale. I'm gonna sell something good at a good price. That's kind of how I
But
approach
it's
it.
a deep, but it's deep. See, it's deeper than that though. Like I know the needs of I think this is a good conversation for the whole community. But I know the needs of the everyday life, right?
Hmm.
But if there's strategy in it, that's protected within the strategy. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
I feel
Because
you. I feel you.
because like that. So that top three, top like everything is about okay. 2 years ago, I was able to secure, like, let's say I was able to secure Lux, right? The only card in my collection at that time that was protected was Lux. But as time goes on, more ends up being in that. So now I'm at 7 to 8 that's
Well,
protected through anything just because of
you
based
know
off
what's
that bottom line.
interesting? There are some cards that are protected, right? When I'm
Yeah.
going through this, I know it would sell, but I couldn't like Cuddle Team Leader. I could have sold a million times to people, but I knew I
Hmm.
want to get back, so I wasn't selling that one.
Yeah.
Aura, I can't sell any more Aura. I only have like two
Yeah.
left. I can't. Um, and then I had to sell my Hush 10. That one hurt, but I knew that
Yeah.
one would sell, so I had to get rid of it. But like my DKV 10, I had to hold
Hmm.
on to that one. It's like
Yeah.
one of the ones like I didn't think I'd be able to get a 10 again. I'm not getting rid of that one. So
Yeah.
it was interesting cards that I wouldn't try to sell. So I don't know.
And
It's
that's
interesting. I do have that the ones that I won't sell,
yeah.
but I think mine
But
that I will is too loose. It's too loose.
yeah, because I think that, for me is I'm okay with getting 5 to 10 cards a year. Long as it's cars that I really want. Like
Hmm.
I'm not gonna I'm because when I start doing a whole bunch of extra stuff, then things start going out the door again. Like it's like so
Yeah,
if I just start
that's true.
spending,
See, that's a good one. Like identify a
yeah,
smaller list. Yeah. See, I get a little bit crazy. If I have some money to spend, I'll go and buy
yeah,
like I like this one, and this one.
yeah.
So
Like, cause it's
that's
hard,
true.
cause like you see stuff like okay, so hypothetically speaking, Mecha Team Leader, right? Mecha Team Leader
Hmm.
pops up. That's like 50th on what I want, bro. Like,
Yeah.
and it's like, yeah, I could grab it for let's say $120, but now that's $120 removed from a grill, or any everyday life
Which
if
is
we want to go
hard
with
though
that. And
because
it's
like you never know when you're gonna see Mecha Team Leader again,
I'm okay with
and
never
then
getting it.
yeah,
You
exactly.
get what I mean?
That's
Like it's
hard.
because if it's that low on the list, then I clearly am okay with never getting it because it's 50th. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
Like at some point, even if a trade pops up, it's like, yo, okay, now that this trade popped up, what am I gonna look at first? Mecha Team Leader. So
See,
it's gonna
if that's the
it's
case, I just gotta start saving for a pump.
there. Listen, bro, I'm telling you that strategy come crazy. But no, I get it when it's like you already know.
You have that
Yeah,
slow
yeah.
investment advice right there. That's like slow, like
This
it's just like in the
slow
stock
and
market.
steady.
You go slow and steady. It's like I'm saving up for
Yeah,
this. Keep putting in the apple. Keep putting in the apple.
yeah.
Don't buy
Because
that IPO right there.
the IPO, don't start off with that. I did do DraftKings off of it. That
Oh,
worked out
did
for me.
you?
But yeah, I did DraftKings. That worked out, and I never play. I don't play that game too many times. But DraftKings I actually did believe in. I did. I got out when I was supposed to though, so that worked.
Shout out to the Mecha team leader. Leo says he got you. Eventually, I'm going for Mecha team leader to go with my original art
Yeah,
here.
I needed to go
Um,
with my singularity.
Dude, that's true. You do need it with
You know,
singularity.
yeah.
Dang, that's kind of sick.
Well, it's actually the crazy thing with Mecha Team Leader, you can kind of build the tomato head, the beef what is it? Tomato head, beef boss. I forgot all the ones that go into Mecha Team Leader. That's another part of it. So you get
Oh, so like
singularity.
build the mech
Yeah.
with the skins that make
Yeah,
up the
yeah.
mech.
I
Oh,
got
that's kind
sets
of
for
cool.
days in my head, bro. Sets for
Yeah, that's
days.
pretty cool. All right, who we got next?
Yeah,
That was
so this was just him breaking down the other ones. I mean, and to be honest, y'all, if y'all are in the Facebook group, look at all of the information in here because it really is valuable. I mean, a lot of great tips and information was given in here. Everybody was kind of around this area too. We'll get more into it, but like Jake was saying, when it comes to strategies and tips for new collectors, take your time and get don't feel like you have to rush. That's the major
mhm.
thing. You have time to learn and figure out. That's the major thing. A lot of times collectors feel like they're behind or they're missing out. But we've seen, I'm going to use Richard for example because Richard is so young in age and he may not have the disposable income that a lot of other collectors have. But he had a mission that he was going for and he kind of
Dude,
just grabbed them.
Richard be laser
Yeah.
focused. Yo,
Yes.
Richard, I sold like a lot of my series one shards and stuff like that. And then
Hmm.
Richard the other day, this a couple weeks ago, he goes, "I got more shards than you, Dylan." He's like, he has like double me now.
Yeah,
He's on a mission, man. He's gonna do big things
man.
in a few years.
For sure, and I think that is, but it's a lot of collectors that's gonna be like him, where you got to pick your poison. You can't do everything. You're not gonna be able to have the PSA 10s yet. You can make it there if you kind of just be in the hobby. I think that's the main thing, just being in the hobby.
Yo, and for those like some people can't make it into the Facebook group. We're not moderators of that Facebook group. Just so you know, it's not a THG Facebook group. Just so
Yeah,
that's clear. We're just members like everybody else. So if you're not in it, I think Rob's going to try to share the
Discord side.
post
Yeah.
onto the Discord as well,
Hmm.
so that we can get both sides into it.
Yep.
So that we're not losing
Yeah,
anybody.
the more the we that would be greatly appreciated from the community. Obviously, you can still post in the Facebook group, but if y'all just double it, so new people that come into the Discord they can see those things. So when you get a post, post in the Facebook group, of course, and post it into the Discord as well, and things like this will be heavy a part of the future. Let's see. No, and I like this question. I'm always behind or else I get too comfortable. That's a fact.
That's a great mindset. That's life
Yeah.
advice from Westrom. I like that.
Remember when I first got the first looks? I literally felt like that, bro. I got the first looks of my girl, and I was like, wait a second. What do I do after this? Like this was like my whole focus, and then
Hmm.
it's a weird feeling. But
Is
Dirty
that
Dan,
is that
yes.
an illustration and signature from Drew Hill? That's
Yeah,
dope.
bro.
And I'm pretty sure that's my Cypher PK card that
I
I
think it is.
sold to Black Ash or somebody, and then he got it to Dirty Dan. Yo, seeing this
Yeah.
stuff just go across the community is crazy.
It's insane. I mean, the calamity in there is amazing, bro. Very as of right now, she is underrated. It doesn't mean she's extremely underrated and not undervalued. We're not talking about those
Calamity is
hyper rare.
trash. Don't buy Calamity. Sell it cheap to
But
Dylan.
man, and I mean, is
I need to get
calamity
her
is
back.
is definitely that card, bro, for sure.
I need to get her back, man. Yo, I bought the new set with the new Calamity, the new Lux, and the new Midas.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
bought that. I paid for
Oh,
that.
I had to get that. And by the way, if you are on Instagram, for some reason I can't or we can't comment on it, but we do see your comments. I keep going back and forth. It's not too many right here, but if this is a way that y'all can watch it, that's what's
Oh
up.
yeah, I didn't see that was live. Okay.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try to answer the comments in there too. I'm gonna try to watch both. I
yeah.
went there. Did you just start it? Because it only does it for an hour.
I know. I started like 30, maybe 30, 45 minutes ago. I
Okay,
usually
I
started like
checked like.
after.
Okay,
Yeah.
sweet.
I think we get in the brinks of the conversation within an hour, even though it's always heavy content. I try to balance it since we only get an hour on there.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes sense.
No, but this Rex, I mean, this is
Rex
I
is probably one of the male skins I want a lot. Like I
yeah,
love that card. I can't wear it in game. I can wear a Sora, but I can't wear Rex that much. Even
yeah.
Sora, like the back of her head, I don't like as much. I like the front more. So Rex is a cool card I want. You were talking about like what male skins cards what I want.
Yeah,
Rex is definitely up there.
yeah,
Yeah, I definitely want him. But like
yeah,
you said, he's kind of lower on the list. Like there's a
yep,
lot of like Series 2 ones that are higher. Even Series 3, like Galaxy is like high up on my list. I
yeah.
love Galaxy.
No, that's a no. That I like the pose on Galaxia. That's a great pose. It's one
I
of the
actually
better
wear it in
poses.
game.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, you know the crew skin like Vi and Galaxia have crazy likes on
Hmm.
Fortnite.gg. I don't know what their
Yeah.
usage is like, but
Hmm.
in terms of rarity, like it's kind of interesting because it's not a battle pass. You was only there for a month,
Yeah.
and you had to buy the crew pass,
Yeah.
right? So they have to be pretty rare. Like how many people were buying the first crew pass? I don't know.
Not probably not as much as people think.
So like Galaxia could be very, very rare in game. She has a whole bunch of fire attached to her at Fortnite.gg.
Hmm.
I have a few of hers, so take that with a grain of salt as always.
No, and I have to shout out Dirty Dan here because he's
Shout out
one
to
of those
Richard too.
people. Yeah, he's one of those people that I call a mover and shaker. Like he's buying, selling, trading,
Yo,
and it's a
Dirty Ann is
motion.
he's
Yeah,
in the dirt working
yeah,
hard,
bro, for
man. No,
sure.
for sure. He's always hustling some kind of deal. He was
Yeah.
trying to trade with me just for the he was like, I got a honey rifle Italy for you. He's like, what do you got? What do you got? Let's trade this, this, and this. He's always ready to do some
Yeah,
trading and some buying.
and
Shout out
it's
to
crazy.
Richard. He gifted me Sora. I was trying to earn V-Bucks to get it, and he gifted it to me. So shout out to you, Richard.
That's what's up. And then also on this side though, like collectors like Dirty Dan, like once we start getting collectors like him at the national that is willing to move whatever to get
Yeah.
it, that's going to be interesting because a lot of us we have our cards and we may buy and trade strategically, but he know how to move to build his PC. Like he really does. And so more collectors like him is going to be interesting to see. So Wayne, I mean, come on.
Wait, how
This,
many no, can we
you
can we
you got this
pause
one. You got this
can
one.
we
Go ahead.
pause for a second? Let's
Yeah.
go back a year and try to imagine how many like celebratory reloaded cards we were gonna see.
Mm-hmm.
We've already seen like 3 or 4 reloaded cards in this, so this
Yep.
is crazy how the community is just adapting and changing.
Yeah.
Um, this is crazy that I pulled this card, got it graded, sold it, and
Yep.
then it ended up in Wayne's hand. Like this
Yep.
one card has already been through two amazing collectors, not counting myself, right?
Mm-hmm.
So this is amazing. The first ever reloaded PSA 10 Renegade Raider ever to
Yeah.
be graded. Um, so like I don't know if we need to say that live here, but that is the first one, and
Yeah.
it couldn't be in a better collector's hand. Like he's probably gonna have the most Renegade Raiders. He's probably gonna have the
Easily.
biggest Peely and biggest Renegade Raider collection out there.
Which is which is a crazy combination. Crazy combination.
Yeah. That's insane. Yeah, and that's his 20. That was his top 2020. We're talking about the guy who completed the master set
Mm-hmm.
and sold it, and then this is
Yeah.
his prize of
Yep.
2023. I love it.
Yep. Yeah. And to Kyrie's point, just talking about if there was more collectors like Dirty Dan, I think that's the thing that I feel Fortnite was missing. I think we crossed a whole bunch of different type of collectors, but not one where if you go to Dan and you ask for a certain card and you give the right price, it's movable. You're not gonna have to go through this hurdle. It's like it's either a yes or a no, but it does have a price, and I like that. I like that a
Yeah,
lot.
because I think Dirty Dan, and you can correct me if I'm wrong, but he thinks on like a different like he'll be doing trades just to buy a card from you just to sell it to somebody else.
Yeah.
Like it's like he's thinking like 5 dimensional over here. He has like all these things going on. He has his collection. He has his
Yep.
buy sell, his buy trade, his trade
Yep.
buy sell. My man's working.
Yeah, it's
Oh, and not to
different.
mention he does the doesn't he do whatnot too?
Yeah, yeah,
Or he
he
did for a
does.
while?
Yeah.
Yeah,
No,
crazy,
it's
crazy
different. It's
stuff.
different. It's different out here, bro. See,
Yeah,
like
he's a,
it's one of those things where he's gonna be one of those people where like 5 years from now you're gonna have to ask him what his PC is because whatever you see could have been gone 2 seconds ago. You know what I mean? So
mhm.
you just paying attention to his collection grow is gonna be dope to see. Oh my
Oh, now
gosh.
now Colton has been on a tear this year.
Yo, we should give out awards, bro.
Yo, we should. Next year we
We
gotta give out
should.
awards. I
Yeah.
like that. Next year we're giving out awards. Like just
I
names. Like
just
they gotta
name.
get a title.
Yo, because this is crazy because I don't know exactly who would have been on that awarded list this year. I do know Colton probably would have been because it's not just big cards that he grabbed. It was a you could see it was a clear strategy. And I mean, the pump, Omega, Royal Knight, and we might as well go to the second page. Drift and Sparkle Specialist. I mean, that's insane, bro. Insane.
I would love to have all those cards. Go back one.
Yep. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, I mean, I'm indifferent about Omega personally. I never
Uh,
chased him in game. I'm not gonna be a fake Omega fan.
yeah.
Card's beautiful, but the other four are cards that I want. That's that pump
Wh-
is like,
You
oof.
see his comment on the pump?
Yep. No, I did. I saw that in the Facebook group. I
Yeah.
said so. Like I'm saying, if you guys haven't seen the exclusive content, if you're not a premium member, Colton
Yeah.
knows what's up. I think he's a. I couldn't agree more.
Yeah, this is no, I mean Colton's list is kind of very I mean, when it comes to things that I like in a hobby, I mean, this kind of mirrors it right here. He also said Sparkle Specialist is one of the most underappreciated skins in the series, and I couldn't
There's a
agree more.
lot, but
Yeah,
Sparkle Specialist is up there. Like I was saying that same
yep,
thing, man.
it's
It's one I
crazy.
actually forgot about until I saw it when it got
Uh-huh.
posted, and I went and looked on eBay. It's like one of the skins I just forgot about. You just don't
Yeah,
even you just don't see her that often. You know what I mean?
mhm,
At all anymore. I would wear if I had her.
for sure. So this was just Thomas. So Thomas I don't even understand how he's even thinking of this, but his goal for 2024 is to complete a full set of prototype cards, 1 to 200. He already has 1 to 150. It's a fairly complicated goal and one that shouldn't interest many people, but it's our main goal for 2024. That is a crazy goal. I wouldn't even that I mean that's an expensive goal too, but that's
So
dope. What you feel about that?
he's gonna mix Italy and the USA wants to get a full prototype set.
I have no idea exactly how he's going to do it. All I got from
Yeah.
it is that
Good
I
luck.
guess he
That's
needs
crazy.
yeah, that's crazy. And then secondary goal full Italy master set. That's dope. Plus minus 40 cards left. Yeah, those sets, man, those sets. And I seen a lot of people talking about Italy and Brazil,
I still think
specifically
Brazil
Liquid
master
Aid.
sets are very strange. I still think that I've seen 2 master sets go for sale in the last 3 days.
Yeah. I mean, if I'm being honest, it doesn't not talking about okay, so if I'm being honest, radar wise, I really don't think too much about Italy and Brazil until it's graded, which could be a major flaw because of how cheap they are raw. But just
Hmm.
for me, just because I mean the hassle and stuff like that, it kind of based off of what I can do on a USA side. But I will say that people that focus on it, there's pretty great margins in there of what you can get the car for it, especially if you end up getting a 10.
So the Brazil one, we haven't talked about this too much, but like the Brazil one, like I keep seeing master sets more than I see specific
Really?
cards. I do for
When
Brazil. Like I don't see
you
specific
mean back
cards.
then though? You mean back then though?
Even now, I keep seeing Brazil master sets go up.
Oh, I don't see him. I don't see him too. I don't see him that often.
2 this week have been posted.
Really.
Master
I mean,
sets.
yeah.
That's insane. 2 master sets. I feel like more like you don't see that many Brazil cards as you do Italy cards, but
Mhm.
master sets you do all day long. It has me thinking if like they keep selling these master sets, people are unless you buy a master set, you may not be able to get the Brazil cards you want.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah.
if they're all being sold as master sets, unless you're willing to put the money out there, Brazil
Yeah.
that's an interesting aspect looking at it for Brazil if you're into that.
Mhm.
Um I don't
Yeah.
it's just interesting. I don't know what to make of it. I just know that the Brazil master sets are always being sold.
That's the see. This is where I kind of
See
get to
that
like I is to your point because you're saying pretty much what you're saying is that they're baked inside of the master sets, pretty much
Yeah,
like
and
that
like
separation.
they keep
Yeah.
getting sold as master sets. And so like
Mhm.
if you're chasing that, it's like let's say you just wanted some cards from like for me, like I like to collect specific skins. It
Right.
might make more sense for me just to buy the master set just to get those skins because
Yeah.
um you might not and that might not pop up
Yeah.
unless it's in a master set. And if we wait too long, those master sets gonna be crazy expensive.
Yeah. And I
Yeah,
mean,
it does deal, but if they're only being sold as master sets, you might
so
get
so
priced out eventually anyway, regardless of the pop.
so pretty
I
much
don't
what
know. It's
Dylan is
weird.
saying is
It's weird.
pretty much what Dylan is saying is that you got to get somebody to break up a master set, and that's like
Yeah.
to get the card that you
Who's
want.
gonna do that for the
It,
Brazil? Who's gonna break up the
yeah,
master set?
because I mean,
Like
I
that's
don't.
what you've got going
Yeah,
for you. If you have Brazil cards and you have the master set, that's pretty much what you have going for you.
Hmm.
No, so
Yeah.
it's just interesting. Italy, you see way more Italy singles.
Right.
I
Hmm.
can't make. I don't. It's very strange. I like Italy because they're not being sold as much as like master sets.
Yeah.
Just because the whole master set thing is confusing me.
No, that's a good. I mean, that's a good point. Especially, I mean, I guess the thing is the way I kind of look at it is what makes it to the grading door. When no matter what grading company it is,
Hmm.
those PSA 10s are important. That's kind of
Yeah.
where I factored in. Because it is a lot
Oh,
of
they
weird
are.
things that
Yeah,
go
for
on.
sure.
Yeah, there is a lot of weird things that go on with the sets in general. I can definitely agree with that. Um, the ones that do get a 10 and it's a good 10, that's an interesting card. That's an interesting card. No matter what card
I
it
like
is.
the Italy and Brazil tins. I think that's
Yeah,
dope to hit. I know that's
yeah,
got to be hard. Like I've
yeah.
opened both, and
Hmm.
like I've bought from people just selling singles and stuff like that. And like getting cards that aren't scratched is pretty hard. Even the Brazil ones, they just stack those things on top of each other, and
Yeah.
so it's very interesting. Though if you get tens, I think that's a really good
Yeah,
chase.
because I even think about it this way, and I'm including myself into this conversation as well. Like as collectors, if you wanted a BK, right? And it's going to be pretty crazy that you turned it down when it comes to a secondary print, quote secondary print, like Italy or Brazil,
Hmm.
if you really wanted a BK. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It because 10 years from now, this conversation won't even be a thing. It's just gonna be rarity, scarcity. The
Yeah.
story of it will still be there. Like you're still gonna hear the story of how Italy was distributed, how Brazil was distributed, but it's not gonna matter into the aspect of when a card goes up for auction. If there's only 10 of them, it's gonna do what it does.
Yo, if you just want a master, let's take Italy, Brazil, USA out of it. Let's say you want a master set.
Yeah,
I mean, buying a Brazil master set that's fully available, which is not crazy expensive compared to some of these card prices, isn't that far fetched to be honest.
it's not. And I
Like if
mean,
you
I
just want a
get,
master
yeah,
set to show off,
yeah,
and why not just get a Brazil one? Like you said, like eventually it's not gonna be a conversation. It's like what can you
yeah.
afford?
Hmm.
Right. And like I've already gotten to that point where like there's cards I want that I can't afford, right? And so like I don't have their USA one. I'm back to the drawing board. Like, do I want to? I used to have all these dark bombers.
Yeah, yeah,
Do I want to go
yeah.
back and get one until I can get it? You know. So like, I'm already at that point.
Hmm.
Eventually, everyone else is gonna get there too in like 5 to 10
Yeah.
years.
I mean, I've been thinking of it on the pump side. I'm just like, I know that there's not just a small pool of people looking for a pump. There's a lot of people looking for a pump. So I'm like, okay, do I look at the Italy and Brazil just to have it in my collection until that moment happens? And that's things that you got to consider because you know, mine's is more so I like to get the USA and then I like to work down like Brazil, Italy, and stuff like that. But for certain cars that might have to change now.
Yeah, and like everyone's saying the condition on Brazil is so bad. So
Hmm.
like, if you're getting the master set, like you're not expecting many tens. But then at the
Right.
same point, like if you just want one to be in a binder, so you have a master set to show off at 1200, like Kari saying, I think I've seen it as low as 1200.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Now we can get into conversations about like Renegade Raider. I've talked about like there's 100 or whatever, and there's only
Mhm,
two tens, right?
mhm.
If Brazil gets that way, regardless of the pop, if the condition is that bad,
That's
like is it gonna
interesting.
have the same effect? Then you
Yeah, I
have like
mean,
rare with beautiful series one shard versus rare with not as beautiful Brazil. So
because I mean, we can truthfully say it doesn't mean it's gonna be adapted, but there will be collectors that come in that have a substantial amount of money that say, "Screw everything y'all talking about." Like, you know what I mean? Like, this one has 2 PSA 10s, this one has X amount, this is what I'm gonna go with. That doesn't mean it's gonna
mm.
be across the board, but that should be interesting.
Would you rather have a Renegade Raider PSA 10 or Brazil Master set?
What PSA 10 Crystal Shard?
No, a Renegade Raider PSA 10.
Oh, Renegade Raider, my bad. I don't know why I seen Iron Star Red. Oh, okay, got you, got you. PSA 10,
I
that's
I
interesting. I
I think I
mean,
want a Renegade Raider PSA 10 because I can now like I can go and buy a Brazil Master set easier than I can buy a PSA 10 Renegade Raider. I know that
that's a
for a
tough one.
fact. I know that for a fact that it's easier to buy a Brazil Master set than it is to get a Renegade Raider PSA 10.
I mean,
I
but
don't
you got you,
I don't disagree that you want the Brazil. I get it. That's super interesting. But I do know it's easier to get a Brazil Master Set than a Renegade Raider.
Hmm. Yeah, that's an interesting one.
That is interesting. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, Dill. Renegade Raider costs like 5x the Brazil Master Set.
which is crazy to think about, right? Times,
Bobby said he'd even take an SGC 10. Facts.
I like this balance though.
It is interesting though,
Yeah, that's
but
it's
like
not it's yeah, it's not an
because
easy one.
the lure of a master set's cool, right? Because you can look through every single card as a master set, the base, the hollow, the shard. But at the same time, I mean, I like slab cards, and the Renegade Raider 10 is really hard to get.
Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, that's an interesting one. Having that many card master set is a lot of cards. That makes me uncomfortable. But yeah,
Dill's going for the SGC 10. Damn, I'm gonna have to upgrade.
that's dope.
All
That's
right, on
dope.
Instagram they said thoughts on Series 1 shards, Italy, not US. Um, so like I like the S1 Italy's more than S2 and S3. I like that the shard is different. I feel
Hmm.
like the Series 2 and Series 3 are too close without hitting the mark, right?
Yeah.
Series 1 shards for Italy are way more produced than the Series 1 USA shards. I still
Hmm.
do like them, and I think they're gonna have their time in the sun
Yeah.
eventually. I think once because right now USA shards are already priced out for a lot of people, but
Hmm.
eventually they really will be, and people
Yeah.
have to go for Italy and Brazil. Um, if I'm buying singles and it's not a USA shard, I'm going Italy and then Brazil, especially if it's
Yeah.
raw. Now, if it's a PSA
That's my order
10,
too.
if it's a
Yeah.
PSA 10, I don't know now. Like if Brazils are that hard to grade in a 10, that might
Hmm.
change. But like if it's raw, I'm definitely going Italy first.
Yeah. No, that's I mean, I know from personal experience building the Lux set, getting Italy was available. Raw, it was a couple Italy raws that was available, but getting like a PSA 9 or PSA 10 wasn't the easiest. Uh I happened to get
Yeah.
lucky. I could see myself still not having one in some cases and scenarios if it didn't play out the way it did. So I do think as time goes on, and even now to an extent, Italy does have a lot of interest that's probably not being taken heed to that should. But I think it's one of those things where if you're in a position where S1 shards is out of your price range, Italy is right there.
Yeah,
It's right there.
if S1 USA is out of your price range, attacking the low hanging fruit of a PSA 10 Italy that's not being
Mhm.
marked up might be a great play. But this is not investment advice. But like that
Yeah,
might be a great play. Because
yeah.
like seriously, like the skin I want, I can't get a USA shard of. I'm watching all the Italy versions of it, even the graded ones, and I'm
Yeah.
very tempted to just go for an Italy shard that's already graded out of 10.
So this is an interesting one. So Shard said he
Uh,
think people will opt for S2 USA over S1 Italy shards. And
Now it depends. For me, it's gonna depend on like skin, but yes, I mean I think
Mhm.
like, of course, like, but like price wise, some USA Ice Series 2 is gonna be way more expensive than Series 1 Italy.
Yeah,
Now
yeah,
but if you take it like this, like what are you taking? An S1 Italy Bright
mm,
Bomber Shard PSA 10, right?
yeah,
Or are
yeah.
you taking, I'll give you a hard one, PSA 9 Manic Crystal Shard USA.
Say it one more time. What was the first one again?
Italy Bright Bomber
Mm-hmm.
Shard PSA 10 versus a US Manic PSA 9.
Man, it's a tough one because
I know it. That's why I gave it. I wasn't
that's
making
a
it easy.
uh
Bright Bomber Italy 10 versus versus a Manic USA 9.
actually my answer might be, to be honest, it might be ignorant. I'm gonna go with Manic. That probably
I'm
is the wrong decision, but I'm probably going with Manic.
See, that's crazy. I have no. I might go the Italy Bright
It's
Bomber.
hard, bro. It is
That's a
because
hard one.
that's a hard one. It is. I mean, I think what Manic is, but then what Bright Bomber means to the game, and then you get in the Italy 10,
Well,
that makes it tough.
this is why, Kari, I did not say PSA 10 because if you guys look at the pop report, a PSA 10 Manic is extremely rare.
Yeah, yeah. That's Manic 9 does what 100.
See, Shardock
I
said it was a
think.
terrible comp, but then we both had different answers. Yeah, I get
Mhm.
9 does like 100, Manic
Yeah,
9 does like 100, but I get the frustration. That's really close, in my
yeah.
opinion,
I mean,
on what
mine's
you would
always
rather have.
Yeah. I mean, to be honest, I'll be very honest. I've said this before, and it may not be the right take. Mine's always come down to what I want to look at. It just does.
Yeah.
If I mean, I have no problem with the print of the Italy shard. I think it does look good. And value wise, over time, it's definitely going to be Bright Bomber. Maybe we'll see. But I mean, I think that me personally, I will go with the Manic. I mean, technically, I could sell the Bright Bomber and get two PSA 9 Manics.
Yeah. If you
But
think about it that way.
yeah, but for
But
context
that
of the
but that
question that asked, yeah,
yeah,
I would
exactly.
go with Manic. Yeah,
And again, Richard, the reason why is because if you look up Manic's like pop report, it's really hard to get a 10 Manic. So which like makes
yeah,
his value go way through the roof, in my opinion, for a Manic.
yeah.
I don't know what a
Yeah,
PSA 10. Does anybody know what a PSA 10 Manic shard goes for?
it hasn't been too many. I think what is it? 3? Is it 3
I'm
PSA 10?
I'm about to look it up here now. And
It might.
I know there's more Series 1 Italy shards than there are. I don't know, but I'm pretty sure there's more Italy shards for Series
Mhm.
1 than US shards of Series 2. How do you feel about that? Would you agree with that?
I That's a tough one. I would assume so though. I would
So
assume so.
there's 2 PSA 10 Manic cracked ice out of 20 graded. And that's
Mhm.
why I had to make that comparison. That puts a PSA 10 Manic way over the value of an Italy Bright Bomber, in my opinion, I think.
Yeah, I mean me personally, I'm definitely going Manic.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Series 2 pop is Series 2 PSA 10 pop is scarce.
Yes,
Like
yes.
Manic's not the only one with this very low
Yeah.
pop rate. That's a
Mhm.
10% gem rate,
Mhm.
right? And Manic's not the only one that's that low.
Yeah, I mean, and then if you look at the blue cards, if you look at I mean, you can go to pretty much 5 to 6 of them, and you kind of understand what we're getting at. I mean, Lynx, Ice Queen, even Ice King, I think Crystal is some crazy gem rates that a lot of people may not be paying attention to when it comes to S2.
No, I like S1 Italy, the beard. I was voting for Bright Bomber, not Manic. Just so we're
Yeah.
clear.
Yeah.
When you talk about
Yeah.
bias, he said
Yeah.
Manic. I said Bright Bomber.
Yeah. No, but
I get that it's hard.
no, but Beard, that was a biased take.
Yeah.
That's what I felt.
Well,
You
all
know,
collectors gonna be biased in one way or the
yeah,
other.
yeah.
Yeah.
Now if we're talking, because to be honest, I can talk both. I can talk biased and I can talk completely unbiased. If we're talking about Italy PSA 10s, I've said multiple times before that those intrigue me a lot, Italy and Brazil, because my whole thing is this: it being overseas, and then the shipping rates and all of these things. When it hits the door and it gets a PSA 10, that's crazy. That should
Yeah.
be focused on. As I learned real quick, like I said, when it came to the Lux, Italy and Brazil, I learned real quick it's not easy to find. I got two raw ones. One of them got a PSA 7, the other one got a PSA 8, and I wanted a PSA 9 for the way my set is going to be. It's not as easy
Yep.
as it looks. And I mean, that's what I was
And
getting at. Like,
they're still
yeah,
beautiful cards, right?
yeah, for
But
sure.
the market's so small right now that we're focused on the USA cards
Yeah,
because like in most people's view, the US Series 1 shards look better.
yeah,
It's kind of
yeah,
I would say a majority of people feel that way.
yeah,
And then you have that they're more scarce. At least they appear to be more scarce,
yeah,
right? And then you can start looking at the PSA 10 pop report after that and compare.
yeah.
But with
Mhm.
USA having those 2 points in their favor, that's why it gets all the focus. But we can't take away from like Series 1 Italy shards are still nice. They're still
Yeah,
cool. I
yeah.
like them.
But and Bear, to be honest, that this is something I said, I think it was like last year sometimes. The truth is this: when it comes to the hobby, I do want to see more people sh- have a strong take in building those true collection of Italy. Like I think Liquid Age was just talking about Brazil and building that
Hmm.
collection next year. That's what we need to see, because the whole aspect of the hobby, because here at THG we have to talk for the whole aspect of the hobby. I mean, we can give our opinions all day long. It won't go too far in that aspect. But if we look at the whole aspect of the hobby, this is what I've been saying. I want to see more collectors on the Italy and Brazil side yo, show that joint, go to bat for it, because that's the great part of the hobby, seeing those format, and people
Mhm.
can't deny what they see. If you see the collection, if you see how hard, because building a PSA 10 set of Italy or Brazil, you better believe it's gonna be hard. Show
I'll
that.
tell you now, I started out buying Italy shards.
Yeah.
When I started buying this, there was hardly anything on the market except for, like,
Hmm.
Italy,
Yeah.
So, like, I was buying Italy shards left and right because I could afford them at those prices.
Yep.
So I like Italy cards.
Yeah.
Um,
And
Hexon on Instagram, hopefully that's how you say it, they said they lost his PSA 9 cracked Ice King. I'm assuming the mail. I'm assuming USPS, to be honest.
oh, I hope it's not USPS, man. That hurts my heart. I know what you feel, Hexon, because Hex one, my bad. Because I felt the same thing, man. I probably talked about it too many times.
Who do we got next? I'm sure you got a
Let's
lot of
see.
people lined up.
Yeah, yeah. Let's see. Hold on.
Yeah, he said it was USPS.
Of course. So
Oh
Wes,
my gosh. Hey, how
Wes.
many
I
do you
mean,
these have? It's gonna be a late episode, guys. Cause
no, no, it's not as many
okay,
as you think. Yeah.
okay,
Oh well, it's 156, so it might be
it's
yeah,
11:55.
yeah. I meant 1 hour 56. That's what I meant by that.
Oh, okay, okay.
Yeah, yeah. Um, yeah, this is crazy. Obviously, we did an episode with Wes when it came to the Galaxy and Technique. These are prototype cards. If you didn't know, if you want to know more about that, we do have an episode on that. So just look up Wes Drum and
So
you'll
these
and
are
you'll find
just so
that.
we're clear. These are
Yeah,
not like the regular promo cards. They're
right,
prototype.
right.
So they're a little bit more rare. I say a little bit,
Yeah.
much more rare in this form with the transparent logo. We did a whole video on it. You can go back on our channel to look for those.
Yeah. And then obviously West Drum is a heavy collector of West Drum. So that's amazing that he has that in his collection, aka Bullseye. This, I mean, to his point, he got a Pilly, but the thing is, if you see a Pilly trying to get away from Wayne in this, it's gonna be next to impossible because he's gonna get that out of your hands. so
Mm-hmm.
so this is a crazy part about it.
I'm starting to like the more I keep seeing all these people going after Peely and how lovable he is, I'm
Yeah.
slowly being dragged into that direction of like wanting a Peely, man.
I want a
Just
Philly
to
man.
have, man. Real quick, Hickey on Instagram says, how do we compare the following characters? Galaxia, Bash, Drift, Rex, Tomato Head, and Aura,
Well,
and Ragnarok. I
hold on,
can
let
do
me
it
write.
pretty fast.
Yeah, go ahead.
So this is officially just mine. I would probably this is gonna be really biased. All right, I'm gonna go. Do I want to do it? Aura is like top for me, but I'm gonna put Drift. I'm gonna put Aura, Drift, and then I'm gonna say,
He said you or a drift.
yeah,
Oh,
this is
you
mine. This is
tripped.
mine.
Oh my god!
This
All
is
right,
my
go
thing.
ahead.
This
Go
is
ahead. Go
mine right
ahead.
here. I mean, if we're talking like the community, I think
Go ahead.
Drift Series
No.
1 is better. I get that. But you're going to say that anyway. For me, I'm going to put Aura over Drift. For
Uh huh.
me, if I was to get
Yeah,
it.
I got
Um,
you.
and then Rex, and then Galaxia, and then Ragnarok, and then Tomato Head, and then who's the last one? Bash. Bash is going to be last for me.
Yeah, I would go. I mean, I would go drift. I would go aura, uh, Rex, Tomato Head, Galaxia Bash. So yeah,
Yeah.
not too much difference there. But yeah,
Yeah, no, Drift is a dope card, and he's Series 1. I get it, but I can't put my girl on it. I mean, for me personally, if I was gonna get it. But
yeah.
Drift is a card I want though.
But
That's
what's the
what's
order?
crazy.
What's the okay? But what's the unbiased order then? Do you still think aura's over drift?
No, no, I think Drift is a better card, especially
Uh
if you
huh.
look at the PSA 10 gem rate, it being
Yeah.
Series 1, how beautiful it is, and it has storyline stuff. I think the way it came out, that Drift is probably a better card.
Yo,
I would rather have an Aura,
yeah, actually, I
just to be
forgot. I didn't
clear.
know. I forgot Ragnarok was in there. So if I had to put Ragnarok in there, I didn't. I forgot that end. It would be Drift or Ragnarok. Ragnarok's a better card overall, like as in sales wise. I do think long term Aura is a better card, in my personal opinion.
Yeah.
Rex, Tomato Head, Galaxia Bash.
Yeah, I have
Um,
Aura over everyone, easily over everyone in my opinion. Besides Drift, it's not easy.
yeah,
Someone asked real quick because I want to shout out to all the people on Instagram. Thanks for tuning in. Is Peely like the Pokemon's Pikachu? 100%.
yeah,
Peely is such a lovable character. Just because he's yellow, it's not the only connection. He's like that character that everyone loves, even though he's like you can't even play with him. Like Pikachu's
yeah.
not like the strongest Pokemon.
Hmm.
right? That's like Charizard, but people still love Pikachu. That's kind of like Peely. Super lovable. Um, Very expensive card. Just like Pikachu can be very expensive, so it's a really good comparison.
Yeah, and to be honest, Bear, I will be completely honest with you, bro. I have no reason to be biased. I really don't. It's most of my cards that I collect is not even in the top of in a lot of things. I mean, besides like Lux and Drift, and like Omega, but those are cards
I think
that
he's
I
saying
was
his
even.
is biased. I don't think he's calling you.
Oh no, I would no, but without even if he
Okay.
was talking, I'm just saying it's hard to where it gets interesting though because Ragnarok is such an aesthetically pleasing card that he, to me, in my
It
opinion,
is, it is a pretty card.
he's one
I
of the
couldn't
best.
care less
Yeah,
about Ragnarok personally. That's why
yeah,
it's hard to place him, but it is a pretty card. I'm a big fan of the female version. So Valkyrie,
yeah,
I want that card bad.
yeah.
But like
And
that one's not really high up on people's list.
and so Bear, for instance, like if that was okay, so if that was your bias, right? And that's that's not even off though, because to be honest, after like Ragnarok, Aura Drift, Tomato Head, I think that's when you can kind of shift it in there. Those are just top cards there to me.
Yeah, I
Those
mean,
four.
yeah, I mean, Tomato Head is like I feel like Tomato Head has dropped a lot in like
Hmm.
notoriety over the
Yeah,
years. He's one who's kind of iffy. Galactic being Series 3 is really hard. Um, Rex is just dope and it's Jonesy. I mean,
was that?
Ragnarok or in Drift being top 3 there is easy, I think.
Oh, that was good. Okay, I thought so. The Galaxia was lower. That wasn't Galaxy, Bear. That was Galaxia. If that was Galaxy, that's a little bit different. I would
Oh,
actually put Galaxy a little harder.
Valkyrie is a card, guys, that I want. Instagram, I don't know if you guys can see the YouTube comments, so I'll try to put some more up on here.
Yeah,
Valkyrie 1 doesn't really pop up, and I don't talk about it too much, but it is one I want. I bought one time, huge cut across it. It was like bad. I mean, that was just a hollow. And like ever since that happened, I haven't chased her. I used to wear a lot, so I do want that as a shard
it's not.
whenever it
It's not
pops
too
up.
many. It's not too many cards that look better than Valkyrie. Honestly,
Yeah,
like
yeah. We were
that's
talking
a
about
that's a
top
definite.
20. I mean, that one's pretty fire.
Yeah,
Yeah, I
man,
keep
that
seeing beat
aesthetic.
up ones. Like I want one at some point. But I
You
had to
could
get the
have.
skins. I
You
had to
could
get
have
the
had
skins that
one
I
too.
wear first, right? Like that's kind of what I
Yeah.
focus on, whatever I wear. I don't wear Valkyrie anymore.
What are you
Um,
missing that you wear?
well, focus now. I gave them all to freaking Black Ash. Like, so a
But the
lot of them are Series 3
see,
cards.
that's crazy to me though. The fact that you sold them all is that trips me out, bro. I don't understand that for the life of me. The fact that you sold them all.
And I didn't sell them for profit, guys. So like
That
I talk
is
about cards, like you guys know, like I want you guys to be honestly clear. When I talk up cards, I do not sell them for like a markup. So like I sold all my PSA 10s to Black Ash. I sold them all and my nines, all of them, got them graded and everything. But I needed the cash for something. So
but you had to
shout out
sell
to him.
all of them, no? Like, like you couldn't keep one, bro. That's what tripped me out about that. You had to sell
Yo,
all of them.
yeah, I'm not that smart sometimes. I should have kept one. I should have kept
like,
one. You
like
know what I
no,
mean?
that's yeah, that's see, because you voided you voided the opportunity that you took advantage of. Like where you could keep one because you
Yeah,
had
I
so
got them
many.
all cheap, and then I could have kept
Yeah,
one.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
But
Yeah.
you live and learn. You live and learn. It happens. It
Yeah.
happens. But
No, I'm gonna do it again.
yeah.
I always do that. So keeps me humble here.
Yeah. No, but for context, if anybody doesn't know, these are also I believe all of these are prototype cars. I think it's a mixture between Italy and Brazil. Uh and that's pretty crazy. Yeah, for
It,
Italy, for Brazil. That's pretty insane.
for prototypes, is Brazil prototypes?
I mean Brazil, my bad. Italy,
Oh,
USA. I
okay.
keep saying Brazil. Thank you for correcting me.
Yeah, yeah. You're welcome.
Yeah, yeah, USA is what I meant.
Oh, Hickey said DJ Yonder. He's pretty low on my list personally, but I think some people like him. I get that he's llama related, but the llama stuff has really faded for me. Um,
Yo,
where would I put
so
him? I put him above any of the Series 3 that you mentioned.
yeah. So DJ Yonder's an interesting one. He is a part of the market roster. He's just not high on the
Yeah.
market roster. He kind of
Tomato
falls
Head
in
or
the
DJ Yonder for you? Which one?
tomato head.
Yeah,
Tomato head for sure.
that's kind of how I feel.
Yeah.
All right, next one. Oh, Tomato Head. Wow,
Ironically, there you go.
that's crazy. Pick this
Yeah.
up for $75. That's a steal.
$75.
Cleanest card you've ever sent for $75.
Mm,
It was talk about people sleeping. What's
dang.
crazy is people might have some USA shards, see Italy prices, and then just list them.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
remember when Ghoul Trooper was selling for
That's a good point.
3,000.
That's a good
Cool
point.
Trooper was selling for $3,000 raw,
Yeah,
just sold. The next day, someone listed one for 200 or $250. This was like over a year ago, and it
yeah,
sold at like 2 a.m. It's like, dude, did you not check sold? Like, what are you
yeah,
doing? So
yeah.
they
That's
see the
crazy.
Italy prices and they'll sell in the USA charts for that sometimes. So if you want to keep an eye out, do whatever Westrom does. I don't know what he does, but follow him because that dude catches every
And
deal.
then what did West say? He said he needed the award for like Eagle Eye or something like that.
Dude, he
And
does,
he
man.
does, bro. He does. He
Him and
definitely does.
JT. No, JT needs like the searcher award, whatever he
Yeah,
does.
no,
He's
like
like the
they're
detective. He's like he has some kind of like
yeah.
plan
I
for
swear
everything.
next year we're definitely gonna have awards, bro. We have to.
Yeah, we have to do awards. We have to start working on that.
Yeah. So Bijanar, man, this is obviously if y'all don't know, for context, he went to the first FNCS Global Championship, which is a branch off of FNCS. I mean, which is a branch off of the World Cup, closest thing we have to it. He got a lot of autos. He also was saying how he feels that the auto market, autograph market is going to be a major thing as time goes on.
I could see it.
It,
It's
yeah,
not my
I
thing,
mean,
but I can still see
yeah.
it.
Yeah, obviously, there's a major auto collector in Black Ash. He really does that in the slangest term possible. But but yeah, this is amazing. Shout out to you, Bijan. This is a great collection. That focus looks dope. All those autographs on their top tier players.
Yeah,
Like this a
yeah,
lot.
he'd be going at it too. You talk about someone who's always out there working hard.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah.
he's always chasing stuff.
So flow, this is dope because you have a balance of S1 here. You got the promo set there with technique, and why is his name slipping my mind? What is his name?
Oh, I was just about to talk about him. He is the male version of Elite Agent.
Ellie Agent, yes. But
Rogue, is
why
it Rogue?
Richard
Age,
in 3, 2, 1?
yeah,
Yeah,
Rogue
Rogue
Agent or
Agent.
something.
Rogue
I think
Agent,
that's Rogue
yeah.
Agent.
Something like that.
Um,
I
there
knew it
you
was
go.
coming.
There's Richard. I beat you though, Richard. I beat you this time.
Yo,
So if you don't know, that's the male counterpart of Elite Agent.
yeah.
Um, I don't think we've ever actually said that. Not that it
No.
matters. Elite Agent's like
Yeah.
on a whole different stratosphere, but
Hmm.
still pretty
Yeah.
cool.
And on
Cool.
to
Could you imagine if
what?
Elite Agent was in that promo set instead?
Well, that's what I thought should have been. I'm like, yo, it's
Yeah,
a
that
couple of them
that
they should have
that would
did,
have been
bro.
insane.
Yeah, yeah, nah, that would have been crazy. Then on
Gilding
this right
Glow.
side, you have Dylan likes Fable a lot, but I actually like Fable pickaxe, which is the one
I do too.
the right picture with the obviously the pickaxe skin
The third picture
card.
with the left card, the
Yeah,
Gilding Glow pickaxe.
bro, that pickaxe sounds amazing. So yeah, kind of a nerd part of the game aspect. Every pickaxe sounds different. Every pickaxe feels different,
Hmm.
and some are just different than others. And that one sounds amazing. That one is great for sure.
I was gonna say a secret, but Shark Dunk doesn't like secrets. I'm trying to get that card
Uh-huh.
and Fable,
Yeah, that's a
but
combination right
yeah,
there.
it's a combination. But I've struck out, so I'm not trying to get the pickaxe until I get Fable because I really care about Fable.
Yeah, yeah. Fable's coming, bro.
One day.
One day. No, this is the
If
other
I have
ones
the
of
money
flow.
waiting for it, you know what I mean? It's
Yeah,
gonna be
waiting
like
for it.
as soon as I spend money, as soon as it's gonna pop up.
Yeah, no, for sure. And I mean, obviously, here you got the Omega. I mean, you got Omega, Dark Bomber, Calamity, Enforcer, and White Blue Squire. It's too late. That's what's
Oh,
happening.
don't mess on Blue
Yeah.
Squire.
Yo, he's my least favorite of the Knights, but I like Blue Squire. I like him.
I mean, I rocked him so much, and I wear his blue shield like 24/7. That's like my back bling. So I used to have one. I gotta get it back. I gotta stop selling stuff, man.
You want a hot take?
Yeah, let me hear a hot take.
Not I actually like Ultima Knight more than Blue Squire. Night wise.
Whoa! Ultimate Knight over Blue Squire?
Not not
No.
not in the card. I'm talking about skin wise, by the way. Skin
Oh,
wise.
skin wise,
Yeah.
I still like Blue Squire, but
You
I'm
still like Blue
nostalgic to
Squire more?
him.
Yeah. No,
And
card
I
wise.
love blue. I love blue.
Yeah.
I
Card wise
just
is not close.
you said what?
Card wise is not close. Blue Squire is way over Ultima
Yeah,
Knight
even
card
in
wise.
game, I wear Blue Squire, and but I maybe it's because it's OG.
Yeah.
Being completely honest,
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
but I also wore him during those seasons.
Hmm.
So like, I actually really like the Blue Knight, to be honest.
Yeah.
I
Yo, shout out
appreciate
to
you for
you,
the super
Wes.
sticker, Westrom. Shout out,
Thank you.
man.
Appreciate
Appreciate
it,
it.
bro. A real one.
but that's definitely interesting.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be surprised if the majority of people like Ultimate Knight in game more than Blue Squire though. Just me
yeah,
personally, no.
yeah. Yo, that's a fact, Shard. David versus Goliath. That's funny.
Yeah, yeah. I
Yeah,
mean,
yeah,
he Ultimate Knight is definitely more menacing looking.
yeah, for sure. Ice King might be the most menacing out of those groups, though. Ice King is
Yeah, for
fire.
sure. Yeah,
Yeah, with the yeah,
Ice King over Ultimate Knight. Yeah, for sure.
yeah. Yo, so this Dylan, I'll let you take this one because this is amazing. Just the
Yeah,
the
that's
build out
crazy.
of
So
this.
you would
Yeah,
spend
go.
10 cents per pack, and which is a crazy good price. Okay, so if you're getting
Yeah,
10 cents reloaded pack, that's a really good price. Like just ordering reloaded from eBay and stuff like that, plus all the shipping fees and stuff like that, 10
yeah,
cents per pack is crazy. And then you pull two Renegade Raiders and got a 9 and a 9. That's dope. Like I want to say the average Renegade Raider is probably gonna get a 7 or an 8.
right.
So like you getting those for 10 cents and pop, that's great.
That's
I
insane.
love it. I'd hold on to those.
Yeah, so Lily, I mean, he had a great year. Obviously, this was a prototype car, which I didn't even know a lot about. I don't even know exactly how he got this. I think it's a Italy, but Italy's a little bit more widespread
Hmm.
compared to the USA. But this was a great one. I think Frostbite's a prototype card as well, which is crazy. But he also got his BK Shard in Italy. That's amazing. Those are great pickups to go into the year, especially if that's your collecting focus. And then obviously to top it off, the Drew Hill autos on the BK three-peat right there. That's dope to see.
Instagram Hickey, the best place to find comps is really, really hard, dude. It really depends on the type of parallel, but like eBay and looking at sold is your best guess. The problem is a lot of cards don't show up for months, so there's not going to be a comp. Um, we talk about it a little bit. The
Yeah,
best thing that we do is we just message each other. We have a Discord.
yeah,
So maybe hit up the Discord, go to FortniteCards.com, go to Collectors Hub, and then join the Discord to ask. Because really,
yeah,
you kind of have to rely on everybody else's like experiences because
yeah,
they're so rare to find, especially if you're talking shards. If you're talking like
yeah,
base and hollow, just look at
yeah.
eBay sold probably. But like if you're looking for like USA shards or Italy shards, like they're so far and few between sales that it's really
Hmm.
hard to get a good comp, especially with how scarce they are.
Yeah,
So it's really difficult in Fortnite cards. So I wouldn't be comfortable with just like even me,
yeah,
like if someone asked me, it's like I can give you my opinion, but that's
yeah.
all it is, to be honest.
Yeah, because I have a specific one, but it's a paid subscription and stuff like that. So eBay is probably the best option right now. And like Dylan said, Discord, getting the community, asking questions. Because a lot of times, a lot of these cards comps is based off of private sales. It's just is and it's hard
Hmm.
because like Dylan said, every experience is different. So you really, just becoming deeper in the community and kind of asking questions, the right questions, and yeah,
Yeah,
and
I mean,
anything
if
we know, we'll give you anything we
yeah,
know.
for like USA shards, if you're talking about Series One, like anything under $200 for any Series One shard feels like it's
Yeah,
gonna sell, unless
yeah.
it's damaged, right?
Mhm.
Even then, like you go under 100, that joint's gonna sell unless it's like a really unpopular skin. And like even
100%.
those ones like have a lot of watches. Like there's like two or three Series One shards under 200 on eBay, and there's a
Mhm.
lot of watchers. I'm watching some of them. They're really tempting, right?
Yeah,
I think it starts to flatten out around like $400 or $500. Like they won't
yeah,
sell; they'll just get watched.
yeah.
So, it's kind of hard. It's kind of hard,
Hey, that's what's up, Hickey. That's highly appreciated. Learned everything from the site. That's what's up.
and that's why we built it. So what's up?
Yes. Yeah, that's dope. So we're getting close to the end for sure, but we can't go without talking about Dill. I mean, he put off the second Renegade Raider PSA 10. I
Can we
mean,
talk
he
about
has the
that 10 Italy shard pump?
oh man, that joint is crazy, bro. This and then which one doesn't get talked about? I mean, obviously he has the fish stick as well, but which one doesn't get talked about too much in the terms of like needed in your collection is Galaxy, just because it's a little stigma going on there with it being a promo set card and it being so many graded. But that's a great
I
card, bro.
mean, so
Aesthetically,
many
it's top
cards
tier.
graded compared to Fortnite card shards, not in
Yeah,
collecting universe, right?
right,
It's still
right.
very low if you
That's
look
the
at all
stigma.
collectibles. But yeah, and it's definitely one of the rarest. Like I have people who ask me all the time, like, how rare is this skin? Like, not
Yeah,
talking about cards, just in general. And like
yeah,
Galaxy always comes up, right? He's
mhm,
up there with like he has some recognition based on his name.
yep,
He's one that people know the name of.
yeah.
Let's put it that way. Like if they know the
And
name of it, something to pay attention to. People know the Galaxy's name.
And it was one. See, the thing that's interesting about Galaxy in game, he was the one. Well, he was one of the first, if not the first,
Oh, the
promo
partnership.
promo promo skin. But the thing was, it wasn't like it's
You
something
had
that's
to buy a
easy to
thousand
do.
dollar phone to
Yeah,
get them.
that wasn't easy. It wasn't easy, man. It was a
Yeah.
hard one. Obviously, Omega PSA 10 there. You can't go wrong with that. Love seeing that card any chance I get. So that's dope. That's dope for sure.
Dude, I wish I loved Omega in the game because blue's my favorite color and that joint goes hard.
Yeah,
I just don't
yeah.
connect with that skin, man. I was like,
That's crazy. You don't connect with that skin. I don't even know how that's possible. That's nuts to me. Like
yeah,
going from like see like because that was peak Fortnite. Like season 3 and 4
I
was
know. And I
peak
just like,
Fortnite.
I don't know why. I think, so Carbide, I felt like, because Carbide came first, right?
Yeah, that was a terrible one.
And he was like, but you got him maxed out and he was blue. And I thought when I saw Omega, I was like, oh, they both look kind of similar, but this one's more blue, and I like blue. So like I
Yeah,
didn't even pay attention to him. But I messed up there.
because you finished that season though, right? The
With
battle pass.
Omega,
Yeah.
I don't think I did. I think I got close. So like I
Mm,
wasn't hardcore gaming. I was gaming
yeah.
more in my free. Like Fortnite got me back into video games. I
Yeah.
was hardcore working and freelancing, and my
Hmm.
first video game I bought when I moved to my new house was Fortnite. I went out, I bought the game, and I started playing, and then I got into freaking play battle royale. And
Yeah.
so like I was getting into it, but I wasn't playing like I am now. I wasn't putting in like I was getting to some seasons I'd complete level 100, but I was averaging like level 80.
Yeah.
You know what I
No,
mean?
I
That's
get
why I
it.
didn't get Lux. I got to
Yeah.
like 80. You know what I mean? I didn't get Lux. And it's like, oof.
Yeah. Yeah. Dang, that's crazy. No, but I get it. I mean, you cheaper by the dozen dang there, so it makes sense to me.
Yeah,
But
yeah, exactly.
but no, but Rachel here. I mean, some great cards right here. I love the balance. You got the BK Hollow, but you also got the Zadie PSA 10 Optichrome, Tigers, Skull Trooper, and then obviously the coveted Bright Bomber, man. This
Bright
is a
Bomber
great
USA
collection right
Shard
here.
PSA 10 is insane.
Insane. Insane.
It's true. I don't connect with Omega, but that's how I collect Shard Nog. So like people can do it the other way. I know how good he is. I know how popular he is. Like everyone knows Omega with the lights. But me personally, like, I can
Mhm.
talk for myself. Like I don't connect with him.
Yeah.
So like he's not gonna be in my collection.
Yeah, that's this one is dope too. Obviously, Rachel and Shane they get a top 10 technically because they
They
collect
got to get an
together.
award too, man. It's
Yeah,
like
yeah.
power
They been
couple of
going
Fortnite cards.
crazy,
I don't know, man.
man. I mean, I remember they was on a rampage for like 2 months straight, and then they topped it off with Drift. I mean, it's crazy. And then these look familiar. I think these were the ones that Black Ash got auto, right? The Cypher and the Booga.
Um, Probably. I think I had a Cypher PK
Because I still
Elite
have
Agent.
mine.
I don't have
Yeah,
any of my autos anymore. Black Ash
yeah.
took them all. He robbed me.
Yo, no, Kari obviously,
Kari. Kari
yo,
robbed me too. I'm just
part of
kidding. I'm glad
part of
Kari
the
has that
THE
ticket.
fam. Yeah, that ticket is crazy. He has the OG slab with that joint too. Before they redid it, and then obviously you got the yonder. I think both of those are Optichromes, and one 9.5, and then one a 10, and then Ice King. Man, I gotta get that. I gotta get that car. Yo, my Lambo matches Ice King, so that's the one. That's the skin I've been using lately. Yeah, I matched it with the Lambo. The Lambo. Yo, that joint
I'm
been
pretty
going
sure he means
crazy.
Lambo in game, guys. Just so y'all know.
Both, both.
Both.
It was.
Yeah, I thought your
I
Lambo
s-
was black in real life.
I see what happened was I secretly had a master set and I sold it probably 2 days after Wayne and stuff like that. That's what
Mm,
happened. But
that makes sense.
I don't like to talk about stuff like that though. But
Yo,
they're
DJ
gonna.
Yonder's Optichrome looks fire.
It's
You
crazy,
can
bro.
you can just see the Optichrome from here, from that
Hmm.
angle. I gotta get my Optichrome game up, I think.
Bro, it's one of those things that is hard to ignore, bro. They're dope. Yo,
Oh
Hype
my
Bridge,
gosh.
man, that's crazy. That's a crazy combo right there, bro. That's like,
Sheesh. Like
yeah.
you can't tell me that Series 1 USA shards aren't like superior. They're just that's just fire. I don't even know where to start here.
Yeah, I
Title team leader, they have the meme skins. The capital
the
T
meme
H
skins,
E,
yeah,
the meme skins.
yeah.
Holy crap, that's insane. And then top it off with Drift. And I've always loved, oh, I'm forgetting his name. Um
Leviathan,
Leviathan. I've
yeah.
always loved him. Never played with him. 2,000 V-bucks too high for me to buy him. But I always thought it was a cool
He's a
skin.
dope. He's a dope card. He had
Yeah,
that. He has that
he's dope.
iridescent suit too. That iridescent is dope. Yo, Dill, you know them THG memberships, bro. They just came through quick. Just had to pull the Lambo off real quick. No worries on that one. Yo, could you imagine if
Oh
somebody took
my
that out of
gosh.
context?
Dude, why do you post Rice up here? This dude goes now he
Yeah,
needs an award too. We're
yeah.
giving out so many awards.
So for context, yeah, if y'all don't know, Rice pulled 90% of these cards. Like, and I know
That's what's
y'all only see a
insane.
couple. That's the insane part.
Pulling.
That's the insane part. Like, I mean, the cards that he got doubles of, the cards that and it's ironic though, all those cards and he never pulled a BK. So it's one of those things, man. But this, I mean, he did great. Absolutely great. It's insane.
Jeez. Look at those bright bombers and that gold trooper and that pump. That's insane.
Double
What's
red knight.
what like these beat any of my pulls. I mean, I pulled a dark bomber from a mega box
Yeah.
USA. So that's and wildcard at the same time. That's probably my first mega box rip ever is probably my best ever pulls.
Yeah, I know I did
Now that I
well with
think about it.
I know I did well with the last ones S2, but I'm almost positive we went back in retrospect and I still got 10 mega boxes for let's say $20. I still wouldn't have done as good. I just don't have that type of I don't get those type of pulls like back to back and stuff like that. That's just not in my wheelhouse. That's pretty crazy.
Yeah, that's
Pretty
insane.
especially at that price, bro. At that
Dude.
price to do well like that. And obviously everybody has duds in between. But still, what you come out on top with is pretty crazy.
Yeah, this fire picture. This might be my favorite one so far.
Yeah, no, it's pretty insane.
I mean, I don't know. Colton's was pretty fire too. He got
Yeah,
that one's
yeah.
pretty. That's up there.
Now, obviously, Richard Parrott,
Shout out to Richard.
yeah, he completed the secret skin set, which is dope because those is the type of sets that I love seeing. But
Explain that
Richard,
real quick
yeah.
because we got 29 people.
So for context, every battle pass, especially in the first chapter, had secret skins. That was like a big thing. Now, to be honest, a lot of the secret skins weren't overly loved, but they're extremely rare now. A lot of people don't have them. And Richard completed that set just because there were great skins. And on top of that, most of them, if not all of them, are connected to the storyline, and some of them are just don't have the relevancy in the storyline. Like you can go with Ruin. Ruin never seen that day, and he won't see it now because Donald Mustard is gone. But overall, it's a part of the OG seasons. Great cards to have.
Yeah, nice job, Richard, man. I
Yeah,
love
this is
seeing his
good.
collection build.
No, it's pretty crazy. And then Shard knocked. So Shard went, he could have shown any cards that he wanted to, but he went with the low pops, pop twos and pop threes. As you're collecting sets and things like that, you'll run into situations where you'll just find out it's hard to obtain certain cards. And if you look at these 5 cards, you wouldn't assume that this will have to have a certain price, right? But because of how rare and scarce they are at the time, it's just the case of the matter, especially when it comes to a set collector. So that's something to really keep in mind when you're thinking about collecting in general. Uh overall. But Shard also was talking about just it's not a competition. We talk about that all the time, but just pointing out that it's not a competition. Don't just buy something because somebody else wants it. Is something that you really should take into effect of how you collect. That's what me and you've been talking about pretty much
Yep.
for almost 2.5 hours now. It's just how you balance that hobby, and you have to do your own homework. Do your own homework of what's rare and scarce, and if it's worth paying certain prices or if it's worth to hold out. And let's see. I think we're at the end. That was it right there. But this was amazing. I'm interested to see how everybody's wishes and what they desire to pull off next year comes to fruition. Obviously, a lot of us will see each other in person next year at the national. Hopefully, some people at the FNCS, as long as it's not in Denmark again. I mean, don't get me wrong. For the people that's local, I know that would be great. So I don't want to shoot that down. I would
No,
love,
yeah, I want it closer to
yeah,
me.
but I
No
would love it to be
offense,
closer
but
to me. Yeah, yeah. No hard feelings on that side. I would just love it to be closer to me. Selfishly that is. And but overall, yeah, man, what did you think about how your year turned out Fortnite cards wise? Obviously, you had to sell a lot of things for situations, but you also obtained some great things as
oh yeah,
well.
no,
And yeah,
my collection is always moving, and I give a lot of it away.
yeah,
I enjoy being in the hobby. This is like the funnest thing I do every Friday
yeah,
night is come here and talk about Fortnite. I'm lucky I'm
100%.
able to do this. So like buying and selling, I like that. You know what I mean? I like trying to get it, even if I have to
Yeah.
lose it, and get something else. I'm always
Hmm.
chasing something, so it's fun. I got my gold trooper. I have
Yeah.
auras. There's some more I want to get. I have my art, so I've been very happy this year.
Yeah,
Um,
I'm oh shoot. All right. That's yo, so all
So
right, that is
real quick, because it's 12/24. For all the premium members. So I don't know if you've done this yet. So we're giving away our cards for free that we created for the premium members. You just have to go and hit supply drops, and you can order yours for free. We only printed 50 of these, not being printed again. So go ahead and do this. We have a few of you who've ordered. I have them all packed up, ready to ship out. So hopefully they'll go out next week.
yep,
If you're a premium member, please come here and do this because I want to send these out to you guys. Super excited
yes.
about it.
Also,
Like it's not going to be crazy investments or anything like that. It's just something fun for you guys to collect and keep to remember the show to be premium members. So
for sure. And to answer your question, no, Fortnite is a non-sports card, so that's kind of where that falls into. So, yeah, unfortunately, we don't fall into
yeah,
that category.
yeah, unfortunately. All right, this
Yeah,
was a great episode. Thank you guys for sticking with us. We'll be back
amazing views.
on next Friday,
Yeah,
and we'll have content throughout the week. And I'll catch you guys next time.
yes, sir.